360 Alchemist School of Enlightenment and Darkness, where you are the teacher and student club of Bronia, where the books are free because they ain't on me, on babies, on bro, them, on the fucking brethrens. Oh shit, on babies. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, get your ass up, on bro now. Yeah, wake your ass up, G. On bro, I ain't one of them, G. How's it going? Howdy, partners. On bro now. Wake your ass up, G. On brethrens. Get your ass up, G, and get into these books on bro now. Now, sometimes you just gotta force motherfuckers to do something. On babies, get your ass up and read these fucking books, G. What the fuck is you waiting for, bro? On bro now. On that straight, what's that shit called? What's that, what was them college commercials called? On bro now. What was them college commercials called? Get your ass up. You ain't doing shit. You just sitting on the couch right now. On bro now. Just got done taking this shit. Home babies, you didn't even wash your hands. What are you doing right now? Get up and let's join the Abroniums. Home bronium. Get up and come to the Abroniums, home brethrens. Oh shit. Anyways, we've been dropping down a lot of knowledge. We just been opening up random books, G. I've been uploading every video to YouTube and putting it in the biggest pleasure's name of the day. The person whoever donate the most for that lecture, I just put their name on the lecture and just give it to YouTube. Because at this point, we just spewing out information at a very rapid level. And then, you know, I'll be reading the biopic of Kenneth Grant and shit. You know, whatever I'm doing is like divine destiny type shit. Because he never gave a lecture, ever. You know what I'm saying? He gave one lecture on bro now, on his shit. So for us to teach consistently day by day on these type of energies and shit like that, it really speaks for like the testimony and shit. Cause, you know, he was the written word, but this is the spoken word of the written words. You feel me? They basically need a nigga to say this shit, basically on bro now. They basically need a real nigga to talk that shit on bro now. Home babies, they just need a real nigga to talk that shit, home brethrens. And here I come, baby. Now, what's up, Jatrace? And, you know, we always say, you know, with the Jatrace shit, we can start there. You know, these are those eyes of Shiva. These are these ayins. We can go into our first book, you know, and kind of make this an easy transition in. We start talking about these ayins, these eyes of Shiva, these voids, these aspects. And what you're going to find is, G, it's in every fucking culture. It's in every goddamn religion. It's in every damn spirituality system. People just be saying different shit in the same way. You feel me? On the brethrens, I wouldn't lie to you. Let's see if we can find some Shiva shit real quick. Yeah, yep, there you go, right there. The Kabbalistic lettergraph of Anja is Ayin, meaning an eye. This organ is also known as the eye of Shiva. When this eye opens, when this chakra or lotus blooms, the world of appearance is said to disappear, revealing in its stead the substream of reality upon which it reared, the edifice of phenomenal illusion. As much, Anja is the eye of the light of pure consciousness, which is the Chinese magical tarot. The Yi King is symbolized by the trigram. This solar light is balanced by that of the moon of the next Marma. So you have an Ayin, and then you have a Anja. As such, Anja is the eye of the light of pure chakra. And I believe the Anja is the crown chakra. The Ayin is the third eye. The Ayin is also known as the eye of Shiva. When this eye opens, when this chakra or lotus blooms, this is why women love flowers so much. Chakras bloom. Eight petals, G. The world of appearances is said to disappear, revealing in this thread the substream of reality upon which is reared the edifice of phenomenal illusion. You breaking down this shit, you been broke out the matrix, G. On bro now. Yeah. The eye of the infinite. Look, Ayin or Ayin Sophie, the eye of the infinite, symbolized by solar vision, the eye of Ra. So here we go with that solar shit as well. This Ayin is the eye of Ra, which is some type of solar aspect or a later development of it. That's beautiful right there. Ayin or Ayin Sophie, the eye of the infinite, symbolized after solar vision, the eye of Ra. Anyways, Maya, illusion with Mayic or magic, the art of casting spells or glamour, a whole bunch of shit. When you hear me saying these little small things at the bottom, because at the bottom of every page he puts the numbers with the subtitles or these paraphrases that you can read and kind of get a better understanding. Read the books, all that good shit. You feel me? It's gonna be a whole bunch of books at the bottom of these, and you can really get into this contact. Now, you've heard Ayin a whole bunch. All right, you've been listening to it your whole life. Both these deities, Ole Rum and Ogo Ogo, are expressions of the Ayin or Eye of Void, which is the primal African cult, was known as Ilime. A known which was said to be incommunicable. You know where that shit came from. Y'all sit around all day. God's name can't be mentioned. Well, the Elime, a name which was said to be incommunicable. It was the equivalent of El or Al, continuing in the draconian codes as El Shadid or El Shaitan, the stellar deity, sun star deity worshipped by the Arabs and the Jews by the earliest settlers in summer. Elime or Elohim become the Elohim of biblical lore. These gods or cosmic powers poured through the veil of the Ayin, the all-seeing eye, which has its human analog in the Anja chakra, concentrated in the first power zone. That's the crown chakra. Now, let me get y'all going crazy early. Let me just go ahead and make y'all crazy early on bro now. No, hell no. Let me just go ahead and home babies, just throw this shit at you ugly, G. Green screen. How far can we go with this, B? Show me something good. Tell me something good. You see that first part right up there? Pull the body out of dimension. Run the length. That's not what I'm looking for. You see this one right here, Vortex A, known as the top vortex. That's the same as this Ayin type shit. Provides a channel of communication through other entities in the universe. This channel has been tested, and it can go up to 100,000 light years away in the galaxy. The Ayin, this eye, this vortex. This is a CIA document about walking through walls. Bro knew. This is a CIA document about walking through walls and shit. But they're also letting you know that these same chakras and whoop-de-woo is the same shit that all the mystics say. This is just a more scientific level. Matter of fact, it definitely says somewhere on here, you have 7 of these vortexes. 7 chakras. What's a chakra? A spinning wheel. What's a vortex? Some spinning shit. You're in a, like, whatchamacallit. There you go. The hyperspace energy being receives energy from our dimension through 7 vortices that run the length of the body. Each vortex connected to a separate hyperspace dimension. Yeah. Bro now. So now this is Kenneth Grant Coates of the Shadows cross-referencing with the CIA document about walking through walls, G. Hold on, let's go. I don't think y'all understand. Bro, let me go back up on back. So let me put my foot in this shit real quick, on brethrens. No, hell no. Let me put my foot in this shit, on babies. We already read this, G. The other 2 marmas, blah, 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 blah. The next major marmas are located in the palms of the hands. The hands are the focus of intense screams of ojas or magical powers. You go in, you start really looking at the CIA document and shit. Well, they go to spiritual eye right there. And ABCDG, vortex G is the ground vortex right up there. You have these other vortexes that run the hands, run all these different aspects of who you are. You feel what I'm saying? Here's another deeper perspective. And I know I'm jumping everywhere, but it is what it is. When the palms are in close contact, as in prayer for mudras of the hand, there's an interchange, a free flow of energy between the twin terminals. The adept can inform the circuit that formed with the current of will that sweeps through the body, cleansing it of accumulated poisons. If you go to this document and you go to Vortex H, it talks about the hands. One is counterclockwise, one is clockwise. On here, they say the left hand is feminine, the right hand is masculine. Counterclockwise, clockwise, all the different aspects of these energies that are existent within your spiritual containment. Now, right here, G, this where the shit gets spooky. Right here, you got Vortex F. When the hyperspace energy being leaves the body, the vortex closes and the battery takes over in order to keep the body functioning. This vortex also plays a role in the creation of the astral energy baby. The astral energy baby that attaches to the fertilized egg. Wow. Bro, then what the fuck is an astral baby? Brethrens. That's your ass. That's what you was. It says right here in the magical sense, the shadow is the counterpart or double that accompanies man as his astral twin, astral baby, astral twin. Ever present and darkly vibrant with the potentials of his companion, the physical body. And in a mystical sense, the shadow, your astral body, typifies the darkness that supersedes the lightning flash of cosmic ecstasy enumerated biologically by the subtle alchemy of sexual congress. Woman, actual or imagined as the prime instigator of orgasm, is the supreme shadow, the doubling agent through which the mind reproduces and materializes its imagery. what they basically saying is that Shorty is like the level of actual all that shit. Shorty is the symbol and she's the ultimate shadow because the shadow is typified by actual Congress. Well, right here it says when the egg gets fertilized, a shadow, a astral energy attaches to the fertilized egg. You are a energy that connected to the physical. Period. On bro now. That's it and that's all. Every night you take your ass to sleep and you having these amazing fucking dreams and blah 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 blah. Let me see what else we can pull out the CIA document. And then here's the most important part. Moon, when you take your ass to sleep on babies at night, when is that? When the moon come up? What does the moon control the tides of the water? What are we made of? Water. Get your shit together. You more in a dreaming state than you think you is in a living state. This shit's an illusion, buddy. Bro now. It is what it is. That's why your ass just be driving just. You ain't never did that shit, just be driving. Bro, now thinking about pizza rolls and shit. Brethren's digging in your nose. Look up your ass at your destination, babies. You in your dream state while you in this state as well. This is a dreaming state as well. Bro, it's an illusion. That's why you just gotta let shit flow. For real, for real. But anyways, a human being is a hyperspace energy being living in a physical container or body that is comprised of 67% water. These high percentage of water makes this invention possible, referring to figure the hyperspace energy being receives energy from our dimension through 7 vortices that run the length of the body. Each vortex connects a separate hyperspace dimension having its own particular frequency. The arrangement allows for the developmental of 7 modular energy components. You are an energetic being. Babies, that's why you wake up and you do shit. But it's crazy because when you're in your sleeping state, you regenerate and you heal in the delta frequency. And in the theta state, you have a let's read it today. We're gonna actually go to the book. In the theta state, you are under a per se dreaming state. And this is when the shit gets spooky, baby. All right, anyways, don't mind me, y'all. Oh, yeah, I uploaded that video yesterday to, as we speak right now, video uploading right now to YouTube. Shout out to all the pleasures, everybody that donate on Bro Nim. We've been putting y'all names on the pledges and shit, putting y'all names on the YouTube. I appreciate you, G. If it wasn't for you, there'd be no me, babies. I wouldn't be up here, brethrens. Shit, bro. So I appreciate you, big dog, brethrens. I'd be up here, but I wouldn't be up here. You feel me? I got shit to do bro now. So I appreciate y'all donating to the class, getting the books, getting the documents, staying 100, pledging every week and shit. You ain't got to do that. But shit, I ain't got to do this either. So we just all doing some shit we ain't got to do. But we are divinely meant to do this shit. You feel me? It is what it is. Oh yeah, here's the 20 booker. And what book am I about to go through before I lose my mind? Oh, yeah. We already got the book open. Actually, keep this water shit in mind, all right? I want you to keep this water shit in mind, all right? Because I'm going to make a very significant connection for you in reference to Shorty's feminine energy powers and all this crazy shit. You feel me? Let me slide on down. Appreciate all the likes. Appreciate it, y'all. Gang up in here. All that good shit. Ooh, we almost got some more water shit. Hold on. Wait a minute, because I wasn't even looking for this. I just seen something. Back up. The eye of the Yanni being twofold is allotted of Ife as Venus in the 7th column to the 16th vital fuse of the Tellurian. Represented by Taurus, the Yanni also represents Huajo, who partakes not only in the fire of the third wish, blah, 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 blah. And to the water of the 24th ray, which manifests the Ophidian code. That ain't what I'm looking for, bro. I thought I found something, but nah, that ain't. That's not good enough brethren. So I'm looking for something very specific in reference to water, my friend. Boom, boom, ba-dum. I am evil. All right, anyways, the 4 elements for which the magician conjures the 5th spirit or spirit is the sorcerer, is primarily a conjurer of spirit, also explicable only with the reference of the biochemistry of the Draconian tradition. Water, the mystical fluid of life, symbolizes blood. Not arterial. Damn, the lights flickered on that one. Not arterial blood, No spirit ever took body that way, but menstrual blood. Oh my gosh. So water on the metaphysical level also means the in blood. The moon controls the nighttime when you take your ass to sleep. That controls the water. Shorty, during her cycle, these doorways open up. You know why? Because when she doesn't have one, that egg got fertilized, that astral energy was able to connect to that body. So when she does have one, that doorway's still open. You go in one doorway, you can go out the same doorway. Every time Shorty has her whoop-de-whoop, she's an oracle type shit. She's very close to her spiritual shit on bro now. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to the adepts on bro now. Don't take my word for it, G. I would like you to read these books on babies. I would like you to get these books on bro now. Y'all, we got $10 for 20 books, $20 for 50 books, $100 for 500 books, G. 360 Alchemist, blah, blah, blah. If they block me for saying that shit, follow my backup 360 Alchemist 2.0. And then I'm going to go to Outside the Circles of Time by Kenneth Grant. And then we'll talk about some other shit. Put my sign up there, G. Bro, now put my shit up there, G. Babies. Yeah. That's it. That's the broniums right there. You feel me? Bro, that's the return of your Typhonian, Draconian shits and my yachts and 777s and 7 stars and heads eating its own snakes and 360. All types of crazy shit on babies. And it's red. Okay? A symbolization of this water aspect. Now I'm gonna build a little more on this I'm gonna build a little more on this blood perspective, G. You feel me? I wonder why I keep losing whatchamacallit. I came in swinging today. How many callers? Anyways. Eon of Horus, Library of my God, blah, blah, blah. Weird people stuff. Forward, this book, it's not taking me far enough. 18, let me see right here. The Book of the Laws. All right, so women are better than men in that sense. They don't have to jump into the abyss. Women have their own ways. They have their own abyss. Women ministrate. The Nagel told me that was a door for them. During their periods, they could become something else. The Nagel told me and the little sister that during our menstrual period, dreaming becomes power. A crack opens in front of us during those days. 2 days before a period, a woman can open that crack and step through it into another world. And it's crazy because night terrors increase once Shorty starts to have her whoop-de-woo. And that's a very significant of the power of the dreaming state and the shit that she in. You feel what I'm saying? When she whatchamacallit. Now, oh yeah, peep the 777. We also have 7 vortexes. And your first goddess was on the 7-star system of Ursa Major. Do you see how connected the ancestors was? On bro, then they was on that. We got 7 chakras, 7 this, 7 that, 7 this, 7 that, G. But anyways, so yeah, your whole mystery system, if you go to Leviticus and you go into the Bible and shit, when she's having her whoop-de-woo, she's unclean, she's filthy, whoop-de-woo. But you do understand if I was to go to beyond the Moab. No, that's literally in Leviticus what they say, beyond the Moab zone. I mean, in Leviticus or whatever, when Shorty's having her whoop-de-woo, she unclean, get away from her. It's funny that they use the word unclean. If I can find this specific book in Beyond the Moab zone. Let me see if I can find this shit real quick, y'all. We jumping everywhere. We already been cross-referenced like 3 or 4 books. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Keep going, keep going. Oh, we get too far up now. Shit. Give me 1 second, y'all. I really, really want to find this particular piece about this unclean shit. You feel me, bro? Now. Okay, so the dove, the Yanni, and the fish Owinnis, okay, are described in ancient texts as Musaris, signifying abomination, unclean fowl. Its number is 373, which by Greek Kabbalah has the value of logos. Christ also was symbolized by a fish. All your Christ shit, all your Jesus shit, all this, everything that's demonized is like the savior of your life, bro now. All these numbers of domination, unclean, unfoul also represent the word of logos, which is like the word of God. So why do they say that Shorty, when she's on her whoop-de-woo, she's unclean, she's this and she's that? Because when she has that, just like the Nago said, which are Mexican adepts of like deeper spirituality, she can tap into other zones, other doors, open this shit up, and all of that. So you have to understand that you got to understand that they put this per se subconscious block on your mind so you don't tap into these energies or into these powers. You just treat it from a physical component of a biological cleansing or something like that, when it is a spiritual purging, a spiritual cleansing. It is everything on bro now, and we can't have one on babies. So what the fuck can we tell you on brethren? That shit crazy to me. Bro, no, that shit wild to me. I wouldn't let it tell me nothing on babies. But that's just me. I wouldn't let nobody tell me shit. I'm shit. Whoo. Bro, no, I don't know why they sent me to this one on brethren. So I'm doing everything they tell me not to do. Yeah, everything they say don't do, I do first. And then I make the choice. Brethren, then I make the choice if I'm not going to do that shit. I tapped into the dark side. I went the left-hand path and went into the divine feminine shit. Ain't nobody tell me to do this shit. But there was elaborate aspects of power that was connected to it. And in order to link with your masculinity, you got to link with the femininity as well. It's a polarity. It's a balance. You feel what I'm saying on bro now? Anywho, and you know, I want to really quick here. It's just, I find it funny that the 7-star system and the aspect of this vortexes is all on the 7. We got 7 chakras. We got these 7 vortexes. We got all of these different aspects of what we are and what we exist as, right? But then when you go into the very first deity system ever, the draconian cult, or the cult of the fire snake, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? I just find it funny, the Sabian or Starco Stratum, the Sabian cult was the cult of the mother goddess of the 7 stars, plus her child Sirius, the dog star. Sirius was represented by the god Set, whose symbol was the goddess, his own mother, whom he was supposed to have fecundated, there being at the early stage of humanity no knowledge of the role played by man in the process of procreation. This is based off Gerald Massey's Ancient Light of the World, Volume 2. I should go look for this motherfucker. I got it. I know I do. I promise I do. Oh, babies, don't I? Yeah, it's right here. But I want volume 2 though, baby. Bro, them. I want volume 2. I want to see where you say that shit. I want to see Gerald Massey. Remember, he's a self-learned. This is called the Natural Genesis, the Book of the Beginnings, Mystery of the Sun. Nah, we ain't gonna get into this. 100,000. Nah, we ain't gonna go ahead. We ain't gonna be reading this today, baby. 555 pages. Nah, let me go and get up out of here on babies. Not today, G. Bro, no, not today. I always say that, but I always just have to open it up just to see. And this book, hard to read, bro. Remember, they wrote this shit back in the 1900s type shit. Bro, now. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this alone today. I ain't gonna get lost in the sauce like that bro now. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this alone today, y'all. But anyways, the universal matter of beginnings on earth as in heaven, because she was the first form taken. The universal mother of beginnings on earth as in heaven, because she was the first form taken by space, and next the first decipher of a circle as the sign of time. 360, get your shit together. Making the circle as a type of the cycle and the figure of all beginning. The word for never means more literally no circle or uncircle, without boundary, boundless, because damn, this shit's spaz. And hold on, Gerald Massey, let me get up in here with you. Bro, let me get in here with you, G. Bro, let's put the circle up, bro, now. Anyways, the creation was here affected by and at the circle of the 7 stars. The creation which appears in the book of Genesis as the work of Jehovah Elohim. That shit came from shit before. We just told you that Elohim stands for the Ayin, which is the void where everything is pulled out of. Elohim came later. And it's crazy. The bear, you know what's crazy about the bear, G? The bear give... I find it funny with the mother bear. Guess what the mother bear do? I've been watching a lot of animal shit lately. Bro, babies, all the shit with lions, tigers, and bears. I just be studying these. Bro, no, Shorty has her birth in sleep. Yeah, she had her cubs in her sleep. Delta frequency shit. Mother bear, mama bear, all those different aspects. Or look, this figure being first drawn in heaven by the constellation of the 7 stars, the great bear was therefore personified as the genetrix and bringer forth of the primal birth of time. The creation was here effected by in at the circle of the 7 stars, the creation which appears in the book of Genesis as the work of the Elohim. The following list will show how the type names of Ket, Kadam, Jedran, or Eden have been implied to be enclosure, house, home, place of reproduction in inner Africa, man. This nigga went crazy with this book. The first universe. Oh, stop switching the pages, G. Oh, bro, no. Hold on. What's this mummy shit say? The mummy in Egypt was conveyed across the water. No, we ain't gonna be reading all that. Yeah, we gonna have to get out of here for now, y'all. Home brothers, that's enough. Home babies, this shit is But here you go. Let me help y'all out here. The war like those of Moses and Joshua against the giants and the waters belongs solely to the astronomical allegory and was described in consonance with the deluge typology and Devulian language. According to Berosus, we just read about him. That was that shit we read in Beyond the Mojave Zone. Damn, we tied in. Is a vision and gave him notice that upon the 15th and blah, 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 blah. That's what I be saying. All that giant shit, everything, bro. You have to take this shit as metaphysical. Home bro, now, period. Home babies. This was some deeper shit that they was explained a different way. According to the record of Plato by the conversation between Son and the Egyptian priest, neither of the two Greeks could have understood the symbolical language which the meaning was half revealed and half concealed. Yet the moment we read the report, with the knowledge that a deluge is a figure of speech quite natural to the people who every year was an induation at the Indian gesture sign for a year and rain an inner African name for a year, the truth becomes apparent. Scarcely, they said, had writing them on, blah, 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 blah. It was learning alone the record of his time who were drowned in these delusions. Oh, shit. They saying that flood and all that shit is like a language. It's a language loss. Wow. Home bro now. Damn. Hold on. I'm getting out of here. I'm not ready for all that shit. In the story of Atlantis, we are informed that there was once an immense island larger than all African Asia at the entrance of ocean beyond the pillars of Hercules. It was governed by Neptune. Here the god placed a single pair of human beings in Neper and his wife, Lysippe, who has sprung from the dust of the earth. Damn, the same damn story over and over, G. Home babies. The same story over and over. Among those 10 sons, Neptune divided his domain. Atlas was the eldest, and from him the island took its place. The island was a paradise of plenty and purity, and such was the context. Their happiness supplied no spur. They degenerated and fell. At the end of 10 generations, Atlantis was swallowed by an earthquake and washed down by a deluge. Whatsoever the interpretation we find here is the same reckoning of the 10 generations in the Hebrew version of the Noachian deluge, the 10 that preceded the Chaldean. Damn. Why is it doing that? Pull this shit up, G. I wonder. Like, zoom in or something. A cannibalistic catastrophe that overwhelmed the human birthplace in Nova Asia. He had no doubt that the oldest Hellenic tradition of the flood was derived from the historical deluge, but as the Egyptians had migrated from the primeval land before the great event occurred, they do not possess the deluge legend we find in the Hebrew scriptures, the Chaldean tablets, and other later. In this way has mythology been converted into history. But the Egyptians not only knew of a deluge, they knew of various deluges where the Greeks spoke of one. They knew of all the deluges that were, because they knew the type of the deluge and found pollution according to them. All right, I'm being selfish right now. We're going to get out of here, G. This is some shit I need to read on my own time, home babies. Before I break that shit down, home bro, now I'm going to have to read that on my own time. Home babies, these words is little. Home brethren, them words little as hell. My back hurting shit. But anyways, so that's, look, only reason why I did that shit because in this book it has the paraphrase of Jeremiah, the ancient light of the world, and this is how you really get on your studying. This is how you really get on your whatchamacallit and really start to look into shit and do your thing on the next level. You feel me? Anyways, the lunar code followed the Sabian. The stars were replaced by the moon as a more precise mode of time reckoning. The mechanism of paternity was still a mystery. It was also unknown that the moon did not shine by her own light. It was supposed that she received herself in the heavens by giving birth to her self-conceived child, with which periodically she became full. The moon god Thoth, lord of the double light, then replaced Set as the chief keeper of time. Thoth's dog-headed ape, the cynophallus, was the continuation of the Finker desert type as a symbol of Set. All right, so all of these different things is just telling you that all these animals, all of these mythologies and shit represent different time cultures, different transitions in time, and all those more deeper aspects. There was a conflict in between Set and the solar coat. The solar coat is your sun coat, with this emphasis on child of the father rather than the mother. Coat of Set was the son of the mother. The solar coat was the son of the father. You going through that shit today. You live in a patriarchal father coat where everything is a he, him, him, he, Mr., him, and Mr. again. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got no shorties on bro them. You feel me? And this is where we have snatched the power and the energy from Shorty. You know what I'm saying? We snatched her power. So then when motherfuckers strong-minded or strong-willed or speak their mind or whoop-de-woo, you've been under such a crushing oppression for 6,000 years, we gonna look at you like you're motherfucking crazy. Bro, them, how dare you believe in yourself and whoop-de-woo this, or, you know what I'm saying? We gonna look at you like you're motherfucking crazy. Bro, them, how dare you believe in yourself and whoop-de-woo this, or, you know what I'm saying? On babies. We gonna look at you like you're motherfucking crazy. Bro, them, how dare you believe in yourself and whoop-de-woo this, or, you know what I'm saying? On babies. Donate. We're going to put the top 3 donators into the lecture. Mr. Trace, you can pick any lecture you want, or let me know. I can put we'll put it in your name or some shit like that. And that's how I show my appreciation. All right, look, y'all. After many centuries, the stellar goddesses and their progeny were considered disruptive on account of their false timekeeping. This was interpreted at ethical levels in human affairs as evil, caused by not keeping time in a sexual sense, and the origin of death and disease was associated with the primal code. What's the primal code? The divine, the feminine mother. What does Eve eat in the garden? An apple. What's all this evil? What's all death and disease associated with the eating of this apple? This is a metaphysical story that explains something that happened way before that, of when these Typhonian Draconians was casted out for their false timekeeping. Since they was keeping time false, all death and disease was associated with them, the primal cult, the great mother. That's why all this shit is evil from Shorty. On top of that, we come out of a void. We come out of an ayin. Shorty has a second eye. Bro, now Shorty got a second eye. Yeah. She has the ayin right here, but then she has the ayin, the seat of the vulva, the fire snake, which manipulates us or brings us out of this astral world, which to the waking state is what? It's chaos. You don't know this shit. In your awareness state, you cannot perceive these other states of existence where she pulls us from when our astral baby attaches to the fertilized egg. Bro, now you get the whole chaotic coming out of the waters, the Babylon beast coming out of the waters. When your mama has you, her water breaks. Everybody came out the fucking waters. You're an astral energy, and the astral energy is associated with the liquid form of the astral body. It's a whole different realm. Bro, every time you hear astral, think water. That's why when you in your dreaming state, it's a fluid state. The waking state is physical. Damn. The waking state is physical, G. The dreaming states are diluted. They just like that shit says, it's water, it's a flood. It's a dreaming state, it's water, G. I remember getting so sick before I had the thing to be a teacher. And I flooded everything. When I knew it was spiritual, I flooded everything. Like, I went to the hospital, and the whole hospital, like, they was like, you ain't heard what happened? Yeah, man, the flooded hospital. But when I was sick, I used to stay under the water. And the whole hospital flooded, G. And why that number say 777? Crazy, bro, them. Wow. Babies, that number says 777. I am evil. Anyways, how long ago was this, G? Time and Kakable separated these 4 phases of the occult tradition in Egypt. Some idea of its length may be gained by contemplating the fact that Egyptian priests had maintained precise records of astronomical phenomenon extending over a period of more than 52,000 years before the death of Socrates. You've been heard this a million times, G. That means it came before everything. So, I don't want to hear about all this other shit that came after it. Start with the roots of the tree, bro, now, and build your way up. I don't want to hear about 6,000 years yet. Take me back 50 of them. Let me get to the bottom of this shit. Babies, we've been in the middle of the story, the end of the story. Take me to the beginning of this shit. And we just found out by reading Gerald Massey's Ancient Light of the World, the whole aspect of the beginning of time equals a 360. It equals a cycle. Cycle, circle. There's no fucking difference. We are in a cycle. We are in a circle. You have a 360-degree electromagnetic sphere all around your body. You 360 the fuck up. That's why I tell them everybody's a 360. Period. Oh, bro, no. To say my name is to say your name. So, then you gotta look at Grandma Ma with the Christianity and Jesus gonna save me. And then this is the thing, I get so upset. They was like, well, Jesus died for you. Then why the fuck I still gotta die? Because if it could drove for me, I ain't gotta drive for me no more. If it could pay my bills, I ain't gotta pay that bill no more. I ain't gotta do that no more. If it was, I ain't gotta do it no more. But the one thing he did for me, I still gotta die. Make that shit make sense to me, G. Oh, bro, now he died for you. Then why I'm still fucking dying? Come on, man, grow up. Oh, bro, now let's grow up here. But in Egypt itself, the patriarchal tradition with this emphasis on the male principle developed into the cult of the Trinity, which consisted of the father, the mother, and the child. The later Christian version, which suppressed the feminine component, established an absolute patriarchate that distorted the entire mystery tradition and led to the infection of civilization with the unbalanced creeds of total masculine authority and the abolition of all that pertained to the female elements in nature. Get your shit together. The feminine energy has all been taken out, baby. Yeah. We gonna do this teaching thing, bro. Home brethren. We gonna do this teaching thing, G. You feel me? So you gotta understand, bro. All the shit you got today is like some over masculine. It's actually magic. You know, today we ran by magic. The world used to be ran by witchcraft. Like we read yesterday, it's magic versus witchcraft. Magic is the solar code. Witchcraft is the darkness code. Witchcraft was taken out by the patriarchs and it's rising back up today. Magic is what runs the world today. The wood of a holly tree and shit. Bro, in Hollywood, the wood of a holly tree is what they use in druidism to cast spells. And the fucking thing, the script is called a cast. A cast. You're getting spells casted on you, buddy, on a subconscious level. Bro, now I'm not telling you not to watch movies, hell no, because I'm going to watch some, but take what you can from it, bro, and get rid of the rest. You feel me? Yes. That's why I don't like me and Mickey Mouse and my kids. No, like, all that shit, they're sinister as hell. Bro, they sinister as hell. You feel me? They're doing magic on your kids. That's why his ass is with a magic wand at Disney. They're doing magic on the children. Bro, get your shit together. You feel me? With their palace, with their castle, the Disney World shit. We ain't doing none of that shit, man. Bro, I would go to Disney World, man. Bro, I'm on some gangster shit. I'm too gangster for that shit. I'm not riding in no damn teacups. Bro, babies. Brethren's putting me in a teacup and shit. Bro, riding in the damn teacups. Nah, I'm good with that. You know what? It's crazy, though, because this is why I get mad at the world, because the world is full of predatorial aspects, and we'll feed our kids, all this boot in life. Like, so when they young and shit, we be feeding them all this shit bro, just, everybody licking ice creams, not me. Bro, I go straight to National Discovery, watch this shit. Bro, lions hunting them off. I'll be like, this is life right here. Bro, this the real shit right here, G. This how you need to be, babies. Get your shit together, because if you come out here on some Mickey Mouse shit, bro, and that goofy shit, baby, bro, just setting us up, babies. No, let's get our minds right, bro. You feel me? Let's get our minds right, G. Brothers. Bro, like, I'm goofy, bro. I said, nah, turn this goofy shit off. They talking about some hot dogs, hot diggity dogs. Boy, I walked in, seen my kids watching. I said, turn this shit off, bro. It ain't no mustard, it ain't no ketchup on this glizzy. It's just a pure glizzy. Bro, a pure glizzy. Hell no, get these, Glizzies come on buns with ketchup and mustard, brothers. What y'all on, G? You know what they on, bro. Bro, you know what the shit start off with, hi, do you want to come to my clubhouse? Man, that's the shit they told us as kids to say fucking no to and report that shit. Bro, that was the shit they told us no to. You want to come play in my clubhouse? Man, hell no, I'm about to go tell my daddy bro. He said, what? Boy, babies, woo, shit. Brethren's, goddamn. Shit, it ain't gonna be no clubhouse after this shit, Brethren's. Home babies, it ain't gonna be no clubhouses on bro now. All right, anyways, but that's the level we on. We gotta protect these kids. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta protect yourself, and it starts more than just physically. You protect them from the shit, the content, all that shit. On bro now, all that Gracie's corner. You better put that Gracie's corner on or some shit on bro now. Let me count to 50. Start it up to 50. Oh, bro, now. Count it up to 50. Oh, babies. Count it up to 50. Niggas damn there at the club on bro now. Oh, babies, this thing's down there in the club. Anyways, the overthrow of the Typhonians in Egyptian, however, was anything but complete in the sense that it destroyed the cult of its mysteries. It is true that it wiped from the face of the land, but as previously noted, numerous waves of draconians throughout the century left Egypt and spawned the cult far and wide, so that it is traceable all over the globe at various stages, either of development or degeneration. In some cases, it flowered into strange cults that persisted right down into modern times. But from the point of the view of the official religion of Egypt, the draconian cult failed to regain its ascendancy, although in the Whoop-de-Woo dynasty an attempt was made to effect a revival. Blah, 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 blah. So what you see is the draconian code was casted out by these solarites. They spread all around the world. You got a whole bunch of dark shit around the world that have kind of taken these sciences and applied it in their own way. You feel what I'm saying? Your whole chakra shit, your whole left-hand path, the Vema Mark, the left-hand path of the Woman, the Luciferian, all of those are the dark side of the left-hand path that spawned from the draconian codes. All right? That the Oriental systems of Tantra were based upon the Draconian or Typhonian codes of ancient Egypt may be adduced from the deposit of many Egyptian terms in the text of the Tantras, particularly in those of India. For example, Shakti meaning power. The central concept of the Tantra was known ages earlier in Egypt as Sekt or Sekhmet, the consort of the god. She typified the fiery heat of the southern sun that had its biological analog in the sexual heat of the lioness, a symbol of African origin. This is why cats and shit is so divine, because the same way you ever seen a cat in Whoop-de-Woo? That's your Kundalini right there. And that shit is annoying. You see, they don't even control no more. The fire, the pan, whatever the shit is. That is the next level shit, you feel what I'm saying? That is some deep Kundalini energy fire shit representing these aspects. So you gotta understand segment. Y'all be thinking these actual gods, but they really more are representations of forces of nature and the explanation of it. Since the explanation of the forces of nature is so damn powerful, I ain't about to use your ass. Your human ass. So, bro, I'm gonna use an animal or something strong as hell. Your ass can't fly. Oh, bro, you can't fly. You can't run fast. Bro, your ass can't jump high. All them because it's in the NBA. Bro, in the playoffs right now. Bro, all them because in the NBA and shit, the NFL, G. All of us is normal. And I want to say thank goodness for this shit, because I don't want to be grocery store shopping and see no damn LeBron James. Bro, I don't want to see no get that 6'8", 300 pounds shopping and shit. What's good with you, bro? I'm scared, bro, now. Bro, Shaquille O'Neal at the grocery store cashing you out, paper or plastic. No, that shit ain't right. Get these Giants up out of here, G. Bro, get these Giants up out of here, G. All right, anyways, Yeah. All of these separate things, and Pasht in Sanskrit means animal, and in the Tantra, Pashu has a specific connotation with reference to bestial modes of congress, i.e. sexual congress not sanctified by orthodox tradition. That's right. Bestial this, bestial that. That has nothing to do with, that has everything to do with King Like One. Bro, get your shit together. The later patriarchal cults demonized those aspects of Whoop-de-Woo because that is part of this Typhonian Draconian current of these sexual magic that raises the fire snake. The fire snake is at the seat of the vulva. That is sexual. You feel me? Anyways, Pashu likewise existed in Egypt as Pasht or Bast, the feline goddess who catted and whose brood gave its name at later ages to the Bast. You know the word ARDS, which originally signified children born of the mother alone, at a time when the role of the male in the process of procreation was unknown, or when individualized fatherhood was not recognized. You're going to have to make the choice. That means you was just born of the mother alone. The man had nothing to do yet. He trying to play it safe, and I don't blame him. He either saying, we didn't know, or it was unknown. And you're going to have to take what you want from that. We might be so far back in the books, we're looking at some type of aspect of parthenogenesis. Bro, now. Anyways, oh yeah, a reference to the lunar current. The moon presides over witchcraft, and Thoth was a moon god. Like I said, anybody that demonizes the moon, they against the feminine principle because the moon represents witchcraft. The moon controls the tides of the water. The water is in the body. The water represents the in blood. This is when you have your dreaming state. This is when you have all these different experiences. So for people to demonize these aspects, it means they are a denizen of the waking state of the solar coat, and they are creating these imbalances. They're creating these imbalances where they only want the daytime. They don't want the night. It's scary to them. You feel what I'm saying? Why you think there's a boy in the whole boy on top of the moon fishing, water, the astral realms, the watery astral realms of dreaming? It's not fishing for your fucking soul, G. Bro, you gotta get out. You have to get out of these spookisms, bro. Now. All right. Anyways, in the tantras, the animal passions were typified by the pashu, i.e., one who was disqualified from the performance of tantra rites involving in the use of sexual energies. The cart in Egypt was the god Horus as a child, Hor per Krat. He reappears in the Indian pantheon centuries later as Kartika, the son of the sun god. The god An in Egypt was the sun, and the name was perpetuated in the Vedic religion of An-Uji or Om, the primal vibration of the creative spirit. Yet another striking example in the name of the goddess Sheta, who typified the female period in Hinduism session, is the serpent with 1,000 heads. There's also a name of the tantras for the lunar vibration or serpent of darkness that manifests periodically in women. Such examples of the Egyptian origin of tantra concepts could be multiplied almost indefinitely. Told you. Every across the world, everybody say this shit in different ways. They all be saying the same shit. Now, where's Sasheta at? Right the fuck there, bro. All I use is Sashet, the goddess of Sasheta, who typified the female period. Let's go to beyond the Mojave zone quick. We got babies up. Hold on. Let me go to this beyond the Mojave zone really quick, and then I'm check on this young little baby. I think I'm gonna have to wait. Close to the shadow, close to the shadows. Outside the circles of time. 20 book me, baby. Hold on, y'all. Let me be on the Mojave zone. I'm about to go get this baby real quick. So I'm gonna open this book and I'm gonna read something from the sachet thing, and then we gonna take it from there. All right. Hold on, baby. Sleep on my ass. All right. Anyways, so damn, everybody stay. Shit, y'all some riders, bro. Y'all must really want to know this is shit. This is my favorite lecture from Bobby Hemmett. I can't find it now, but the one time I read it, the one time I watched Bobby Hemmett's lecture on Sachet, I was so connected that I immediately was like, okay, that's gonna be mine forever. So that's why I only use Sachet's symbol, and I'm actually going to tell you why it runs even deeper than that. Um, dun, dun, dun. All right, so we was talking about the Sesheta. The Egyptian astronomers identified the star Vela with the goddess Sesheta, goddess of writing in the magical words. All right. What is the Star of Vela? The Star of Vela is the same shit from the Sumerian tablets. You have this light or some shit that happens over 6,000 years ago. And then after that, they start writing. They start doing all this crazy shit. Well, what happened 6,000 years ago was a Vela supernova. Matter of fact, in the Sumerian tablets themselves, they say that Enki came from the Vela star system. Well, 6,000 years ago, there was a Vela supernova where a star exploded. It is in our closest universe. According to George Mikakowski's book, that could have affected of us on a terrestrial level significantly enough to where we started doing new shit. Just like when motherfuckers sit in front of the sun today, and if it has a fucking solar flare, people start doing new shit and whoop de whoop. So clearly, these stars, these spears of whatever, these spears of light have influence and direction on our light. But anyways, the Egyptian astronomers identified the star Vela with the goddess Sesheta, goddess of writing and the magic word. Her stylus traces the sigils of the forbidden word and the scarlet of nature's indelible ink. The blood of ice is typified by the first flowers or flowings of the pubescent female. Seshet is linked to the menstrual cycle and the wisdom of it. I keep telling you, they just say your ass can walk through another door when it open up. And you have this shit that's connected to the damn moon. It's your first goddesses. Seshet is the flowing of it, the wisdom that's found once Shorty starts to have it. She automatically starts to tap into her shit. In the Indian tantras, this primal physiological phenomenon was exemplified by the goddess Kali, who was celebrated as the embodiment of the kalas or the periodics of times. She was an emblem of the deluge of destruction or dissolution, as when the eon is dissolved into the great sleep of the Malaprala. And then Kali Yuga also, Kali or Kali Yuga, this stands for like this burning away of this fire, the most densest aspect of our whatchamacallit and all this deep shit. I don't want to get too far into it bro now. But yeah, there's an extended curious Sumerian account of Vela preserved on a tablet more than 3,000 years old, which reflects astronomical calculations dating back yet a further 3,000 years old. A giant star deified by the Sumerians, the star of Vela, was observed in the southern sky at the junction of the constellation of Vela and Puppis. No prominent star was known in this area until comparatively recent times. The star Vela is now recognized by astronomers as the nearest and brightest known to science. George Mikakowski discovered the reference to it on the tablet where the sudden birth of civilization in summer is ascribed to the influence of the star Huey, notes and glowing birds, that its sightings by the ancients was one of those electrifying moments when human knowledge took a dramatic leap forward. That's your Anunnaki shit. That's your whoop-de-woo shit. That's all of that. It is possible that in the Chronicle of the Priestess Theorist, Berosus, what we read in that other book, there can be discovered in connection with Piscinoanus, the deep one, traces of Vela's influence on Earth. Owens is said to have emerged from the Persian Gulf to instruct the Sumerians in art, science, and letters. It is evident that Owens has Typhonian connection, which suggests non-human linkage for the dove, the Yanni, and the fish. Owenus are described in ancient texts as Musaris, signifying a divination, unclean file. It is numbered 373, which the Greek Kabbalah, blah, 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 the fish. All I gotta say is if the astral realm is a representation of water, the fish, your mama water break, when you come from an astral energy body. This has to be some elaborate, our whole amphibious nature. Our shit is just us dropping from the spirit into the physical waking state. At some point, we was just spirit. This world did not exist. We was all spirit type shit. This physical world came as we started to physically fall into this shit. We woke the fuck up or went to sleep, whatever one you want to call it. I say we went to sleep. When you wake up here, you go to sleep somewhere else type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So this is where that fall shit is coming from. The astral energy, the flooding aspects, and all of these different things are some spiritual connotations no spiritual context brethren. And I mean, we could kind of leave it at that. These concepts are very hard to explain, and it's better to experience it through your dreaming states and your deep sleep states. I can honestly state, like, the few dreams I remember, they were life changing. They were life changing. They were messages. They were verifications of the spirit and shit like that. The dreaming state, the waking state, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You'll get some synchronicities in this on bro now. On bro now. We might get a couple synchronicities in this. Every now and then a miracle sparks, but ultimately the miracle happens every night when you take your ass to sleep and have your dreaming state. You feel what I'm saying? Bro now. And then since we already talking about this shit, then let me help y'all out real quick since we in this dreaming state shit. The only time that we are aware of ourselves as human beings is during our so-called waking hours. Get your shit together. Bro now. You woke up and then you became who you was. Next time you wake up, realize how long it takes for you to realize who you is. That shit has to download back. But again, we were there. If we were not, we would have no means of knowing that we slept or that we retained the same self-identity on waking. The human state is therefore but one of several states of consciousness that we periodically experience. Viewed in this way, it is easy to understand that a notion such as the abyss arises in the waking state from this apparent hiatus in consciousness, which we experience between waking, dreaming, and dreamless state. If therefore we investigate this void, we shall learn how to enter the abyss, which we know in our waking state as deep sleep. But it soon become apparent that we cannot undertake this investigation while in the waking state for the simple reason that when consciousness is identified with the body, human or otherwise, it is temporarily restricted by bodily laws. One cannot expect to fly in a motor car. In order to fly, one has to transfer to another kind of vehicle. Two facts become obvious from these considerations. The first is that one is not the body that imposes upon its laws and limitations. The second is that one cannot enter this void, this abyss, because we are it. Consciousness then is merely one of our limitations, the most important one that is almost we can't handle if judged by the waking state standards. You are trying to understand all this deepest shit with your waking state, the shit we in right now. You got to switch your mind up and switch your mode. You feel me? This is why meditation and all these different aspects, rituals, whatever, substances, whatever, tap you into the deeper aspects of your reality because you're trying to understand this shit in your sober, waking state. Good luck, buddy. On bro now. And that's when you start asking, so what was at the beginning? So what was before that? So what was after that? So, man, you a human, man. On bro now. That's what the fuck you are. On brother, you're a waking human, buddy. On babies. Get this human up out of here, man. Oh, bro, we looking for that weird shit. Damn, I almost left my whatchamacallit in there. Damn it. Man, you a human, dog. Bro, now you trying to understand this deeper shit with your waking state, G. And that's when you get lost in the sauce. And that's when you can't handle shit. Let's go to another book here. We just doing lessons we've done a million times, G. Bro, now. We did these lessons a million times, but repetition is the father of learning. So as we repeat these modules of whatever over and over again, you know, you learn these enough and you can start to apply it in your everyday life. You feel me? Bro, them life is but a fucking dream. We go to the Ramakan by Nathaniel Harris. Let's go into where we at? The delta frequency here and see ineffable circuits, greater mind, chocolatiers. This is a man. The Ramakan by Nathaniel Harris is just a great book, bro. Appreciate the gifts, G. It's just a great book. It's one of the first books I read in the library of my yacht. Anybody who doesn't have that, we do have that available for you. We have multiple documents available for everybody. 360 Alchemist on Cash App on babies. Please leave your email in the note tags, bro them. But anyways, this was one of the first books I read. All right. And it's very powerful. Matter of fact, let's read the first thing. Altered states. Consciousness is a vibration with more evolved minds having a higher frequency. Ask any shaman, mystic, or neurologist. Magical philosophy has been aware of this for eons, while modern science has proven it. We may now observe these frequencies as they occur in different areas of the brain, as well as how they change according to environment and our reaction. The human brain consists of billions of neurons which communicate through electrical signals. I already brought this up. You are a fucking walking thunderstorm. Your DNA is in a cycle, a spiral. You got thunderstorms, electric just popping off your brain all day. The combination of these neurons firing at once produce a considerable charge within the brain, which may be measured while using sensitive equipment such as an electrophalogram, which reads Electroactivity across the scalp. The combinations of electroactivity within the brain are referred to as brain waves due to their cyclic wave-like pattern. Our brains regulate by emitting tiny electrical chemical impulses at various frequencies measured in cycles per second. Each has unique characteristics associated with different states of consciousness. Depending on how your brain fires shit off, you can have a different state of consciousness. Hold on, baby. So you have these extra states of consciousness that only fire off. You can switch up your consciousness by where your mind is firing off. And depending on what altered state of consciousness you are, this is your reality that you have. So it's all about the mind. We always tell you the universe is motherfucking mental, baby. On bro now. Alright? We go to the delta frequency, dominant during quiescent meditation. This is a very low vibration, 0.5 to 3 hertz. Dominant during meditation in deep stage 3 non-REM sleep. They are present in all mammals, with females generally having stronger frequencies and men showing a greater reduction within age. Delta waves suspend external awareness and seem to be an essential shutdown, allowing for healing and regeneration. Allowing for healing and regeneration. What's up with you, G? So in your delta frequency, which is your deep sleep, it allows healing and regeneration. It's also dominant in meditation and all that. Shuts down your waking state, your outside world. Disruptions in delta activity have also been disturbed with intoxication and delirium. In magical religious pantheons, these lowest frequencies of consciousness are often personified as beings of darkness, demons, dwarves, giants, Nephilims, old ones, titans. Delta frequencies correspond to the first and lowest world of Aziluth. In the Advaita Vedanta school of Hindu philosophy and practices, the deep dreamless sleep associated with delta brainwaves is considered among the most advanced states of yogic consciousness. If one can remain aware during dreamless sleep, a mystical state is achieved known as Jagrat Shupshati, awareness of the no mind. And that's all Kenneth Grant saying. I just realized that. I haven't read this shit 1,000 times. I've been read this shit 1,000 times. I just realized that's what the fuck. That's all they're saying. Wow. Damn, did I just take the book away? What book was I in? Kenneth Grant. Okay. That's all he's trying to say, G. Do. Basically, East is known as prana. Prana is the bodiless and mindless consciousness that is their substratum and their soul reality that is a trammel. Subjectivity, which on becoming self-conscious appears to split into subject and object. When this is understood, it becomes possible to experience the self's innate powers, which after having assumed human or individualized consciousness, we see through the lens of the concept written minds. These powers we call the old ones, the outer ones, the deep ones. They're called ancient and deep because they preceded the human life wave and they rarely appear in consciousness while it is functioning in the human state. Now, Naramaka Matthew Harris said in the delta frequency, you can sense these old ones. They are frequently sensed as hideous, horrendous, and unacceptable to the mind in its waking state because of the consciousness mind's inability to conceive immense and formless energy in any but terrible configuration. One but has to recall the stylized representations of cosmic energy and the ancient mysteries of Africa or Polynesia, the far east of Mexico. These non-human powers were often typified by some beast or by the beast of which the apocalyptic 666 is a comparatively late version. Such beasts were usually fabulous dragons, basilisks, unicorns, wyverns. What does it say? Cosmic energy. These are representations of cosmic energy. This outer space shit, that cosmic shit. The things you see at night during your sleeping state. You cannot see the cosmos during the daytime in your waking state. Because as above, so below. These are all different states of motherfucking consciousness on babies. So to explain these deeper consciousness energies, and if you were to perceive them on your waking state, that shit's gonna be scary. That's where your devils and goons and goblins come from. It is the roots of your motherfucking tree, the shit that stood outside of your fucking existence, way before your shit. Bro, them, the other worlds, the other realms. And that's why this shit is typified as evil, it's indifference, it's extremely powerful, your shit. Bro, them, the other worlds, the other realms. And that's why this shit is typified as evil, it's indifference, it's extremely powerful. for your shit. Bro, them the other worlds, the other realms, and that's why this shit is typified as evil, it's indifference, it's extremely powerful. I should have ended this live a minute ago because I'm just having big technical difficulties. But shit, once you cooking, you cooking. Thank you. Once you're cooking, baby. Anyways, such beasts were usually fably were typified not to typify the animal kingdom, but the non-human entities which man is invisibly surrounded, So you seeing with your two eyes in the waking state. If you was really turn on your third eye, just like it says in the Kenneth Grant, you would get rid of the illusion of this reality and see the substream of the shit that it actually represents. Type shit. This is a false world type shit. Bro, now. Babies. Let's go on here. Let me see what else I can do real quick. I don't want to get rid of Numeramicon, but I will get rid of this book right here. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to fit. What book was I just about to go to, bro? Numeramicon thing. Okay, Pings, the lost one, the old ones, the great ones. Shit. Damn. Bro, now I was about to do some major cooking, but I forgot the damn recipe on babies. Oops. Bro, now. Damn. Shit. But anyway, so the whole aspect of this shit is these old ones, these great ones, these lost ones, these energies are these primal life wave forms, like almost like the roots of your tree, your subconscious mind, the shit that you don't perceive in your whatchamacallit. That makes me remember what I was about to do. All right, bet. Take me to a Google Drive. Let's explain the waking state really quick, and then we'll jump back through some other things, and we'll just kind of be everywhere. It should be right here. Excerpts of functionary, perfect. Yeah. We just want to. You really want to break this shit down in reference to your waking states, your sleeping states, and all that shit from it. Open this up, G. Good looking. You really want to. Christ consciousness, broken heartless, rainbow bridge. Despite the fact that we are only watching a movie of the dream pass through consciousness that we projected called our life, our brain convinces us that we are engaged, partaking and affecting the movie of our life as if it were happening in real time. Our brain mind tricks us into thinking we are doing real time things that we have in fact already done. Brain potentials are firing 300 milliseconds before you have the conscious intention to act. Brain potentials are firing 300 milliseconds before you have the conscious intention to act. Any event we see is at least 50 milliseconds old. It is already in the dream past. Your waking state consciousness is of a dreaming state as well. You have different states of consciousness and you're dreaming on all of them. The worst thing about this state is you're under the illusion your ass is in control. You think your ass made it right because you made it right. You ain't made shit. Your brain fired that shit off before. Your brain already said you was going to make it right. Yeah. So it's almost sick what the Christians did with their thing to say, oh, you have free will and a choice. Clearly you fucking don't. They don't know the damn science. You don't have free will or a choice. You already did the shit and you just witnessing you doing the shit. So just like the second movie of The Matrix, you ain't figuring out what decision to make. You figuring out why you made the decision in the damn first place. Bro, now, because you already made the decision. You're just perceiving the decision that you fucking made it. You need to realize this decision was already made, but why did I choose that? Because you have no thing. Between our initial glimpse and our second registration, senses of it changes have occurred. If we were to superimpose the first image with the second image, the picture would not be identical and possibly even blurred. This much can be said to hold true. The brain always knows before you do. All right? And that has to be the deja vu, all of that. Your mind just starts to make these quantum leaps and jump, and you start to experience shit as it already happens. You experienced this before. That means you're quantum leaping. You like linking shit together. You breaking the veil. Just, deja vu is like a small veil break. You breaking the veil just so you getting the crack of it. You was at the right place, the right time. Something flashed. You broke the veil for a second. Damn, I went through this because you just broke time. because there is no time. What is happening will happen, has already happened. It's not linear. Time is a circle, a cycle. It's all connected. It's all happening. Crazy shit, G. On bro now. On babies. And that's where synchronicities is. A synchronicity ain't shit but the merging of present, past, and future. In the past, you thought of some shit. At that present moment, you seen it pop up. And before that present moment came up, it was the motherfucking future. So it's a merging of the past, present, and future. That's why synchronicities are so intricate on your motherfucking mind, because it's showing you that you are, once again, breaking the veil just a little bit. Just a little bit, to where you kind of crack the time code. So where you could think some shit, a motherfucker could come up and say the shit. And says you, damn, I was just thinking about that, saying that. You know how many times this happened in this class? 1,000,000 times. You know why? Because the beta state is of the waking frequency. We are not on the beta state. These are the delta states, the theta states, dominant. This is the theta frequency, Neuronomicon Nathaniel Harris. Dominant during REM, dreamy sleep, magical trance, and the ethnogenic experience. Theta waves suspend physical awareness and are extended in learning and memory. Theta waves are associated with dreams, nightmares, personal demons, and psychological blockages. They have also been associated with intuition, vivid imagery, subconscious information, and psychic abilities such as telepathy and remote viewing. The optimal frequencies for which appear around 7.83 hertz, matching the electromagnetic pulse of the planet Earth. Which is crazy because the theta frequency is the dreaming state, but the earth is on a dreaming state. We just said your life is a dream by the Dr. Functionary Blend shit. When you go to sleep, you wake the fuck up. When you wake the fuck up, you go to sleep. On bro now. That's why life flashes. Yo ass, how old is you right now? Your whole life been flashed past you. On bro now. You damn, I am this old now. How did that? Yeah, it's a dreaming state. The shit ain't real, G. That's why life flashes past your ass like that on some gangster shit. On bro them, just flashing on your ass. You was just in high school. On bro them. On baby, you was just in high school. On bro them. Now your ass a janitor at the high school. Man, get your shit together, on bro now. Anyways, it is an odd coincidence that the brain state connecting us to the world of archetypes should be around 7. For 7 has always been considered by adepts as the hidden key to the mysteries. The 7, it's so beautiful. This 7, that. If you can see the shirt behind you, 7, 7, 7s. This and that, 7s that, 7s this, on babies. Boom, 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 on bro them 7-star systems, all that shit. Where we at really quick here. Go back to Kenneth Grant, Coats of the Shadows. We mixing many books, y'all. Many books. 360 Alchemist on Cash App. Get some of these documents, G, on bro now. In later dynastic times, Egypt was divided into 36 gnomes. The 7 stars of this complex. Nuit was a primordial deity and was typified celestially by the constellation of stars known as Ursa Major. The 7 stars of this complex symbolize Night or Typhon and a brood of stars. The origination of the devil, the mother Typhon, from which the word devil derives. The 7-star system. You got 7 chakras, you got 7 stars, the other 7 of the 7 hertz frequency of the dreaming state that you connect to. If we go back to the CIA document, it says you have 7 vortexes, you got 7 shots, you got all these different aspects of the 7. It's not a mystery, it's just Mrs. It's her, shorty. Home bro them. On babies. Anyways. Yeah. It is an odd coincidence. So boom. Now you got to understand that this REM, rapid eye movement, is during your dreaming sleep. So once again, when you close your eyes to go to bed at night, if you watch somebody in their dreaming state, their eyes jumping all the fuck around. They're having another reality inside of another reality, G. Then you go into your delta frequency, where we just talked about, where you go into your deep sleep and you heal and regenerate. You plug back into the source and charge up so you can go back to the waking state and have this illusion-ass world again. Shit. Get your shit together, on bro now. Oh, babies. Home brethrens and them. Now you got the alpha. Oh, I didn't even know alpha was 8 to 12 hertz. Dominant during some forms of alpha is the resting frequency of the brain and is associated with the sense of being present in the now. They are essential to mind, body integration, coordination, and learning. Providing the bridge between theta, beta, and alpha waves are essential to those activities, allowing such through information from the subconscious, such as recalling dreams or trips, or the implanting of subconscious. So this is the alpha, is your bridging of all this shit together, pretty much. This is the living in the now. That's what you're trying to do. You're not trying to live in the present, because the present moment is fleeting. It already happened. You can only live in the now of things. And your now is like an existence and non-existence. Some crazy shit. Home bro now. This is why people don't do this shit, baby. Home brothers. Bro, this is why people don't do this shit, brothers. Dominant during normal waking consciousness. This is your beta frequency. Dominant during normal waking consciousness, when the mind is focused on cognitive awareness and directed outside the self. Beta waves dominate, and when we are alert, attentive, and engaged, they may be further subdivided into 3 bands. So all this alpha shit just makes no sense, because all the alpha shit is about being in the waking state. Cognitive, being focused. That's beta frequency. Because it's making me laugh right now. Bro, now stop that goofy shit on babies. Many people spend almost their entire waking lives in beta dominant consciousness and are uncomfortable when they experience moments of personal insight or loss of self. Beta frequencies correspond to the 4th world. That's why I be telling y'all, stop arguing with these niggas on bro now. Whenever they experience moments of personal insight or loss of self, most people, Christians, are in a beta waking state. That's why they only think to God for the waking state shit. The new house, the new car, the new this. They just want a whole bunch of shit in the waking state. They don't care about none of the other states of existence. It's their beta fucking frequency. So to attack that is to attack them, their identity. And that makes them feel lost. And that's when you get your bust motherfucking white on bro now. That's when they get mad and you be damn. Yo mama on bro them. You damn my moms. Oh, baby, this thing went right to my mama. Oh, bro, don't even though we grown as hell, like, I don't give a fuck. Oh, bro, now, like, we're grown, G. Oh, baby, we don't do that anymore. No one cares, babies. Oh, bro, now, we grown as hell, G. You still getting mad at your mama? Come on, bro. Stop that shit, G. Oh, babies. No, stop that shit. G. That's some school shit. Anyways, gamma frequencies. All right, we won't go into any more of these frequencies. What you need to understand is they are multiple frequencies of energy. These are multiple frequencies that represent your consciousness. When your vibrating energy is vibrating on certain levels of energetic electrical oscillations, your ass is letting off a consciousness frequency, which means your mind produces the world that you live in. Your universe is motherfucking mental. That's why they tell you to watch what you say, watch what you think, watch all that shit. Because you be creating your reality and not even knowing it. Then they throw you these phones and they TV so they can help you with the shit. Help you think the thoughts you need to think. Bro, now. You understand what I'm saying, Gene? Magic may be considered an ancient technology of self-directed mind control. The spiritual significance of these practices are entirely subjective. It is not necessary to adopt alien philosophies or religions in order to benefit from them. They may also be considered in terms of the mind sciences. This is not to reduce magical phenomena to mere physiological trickery, but to expand our understanding and definition of consciousness. Magic awakens latent psychic faculties of the human mind. Different rituals lower or raise bragging activity, triggering different states. The casting of the circle, for example, is a physically active form of the Eastern mandala intended to close down intrusive thoughts, emotions, and personal demons in preparation of focused mental activity. The various conjurations, from the evocation of spirits to astral travel or the casting of spells, are techniques that direct the entire human psychic abilities of the subconscious and superconscious mind. Shout out Cosmic Coyote. Big love, big bro. All right. So, boom. The disciplines of magic are analogous to physical training for the brain. The disciplines of magic are analogous to physical training for the brain. Its natural neuroplasticity means it can be trained to develop new skills and abilities. Again, it is not necessary to descend into obscurance or co-philosophies in order to benefit from these abilities. They may also be considered in terms of the mind sciences, even if most of the correlating research is only to be found in leaked military PSYOP reports. And that's what we will go to next. Go into those and you go into those analysis and assessment of the gateway documents. You go into the CIA shit, which is different from this walking through the walls shit. The walking through the walls is talking about the 7 vortices of your body and how you can contact these ultra beings with your third eye and all this shit. You probably already been doing it. You just don't know you've been doing this shit. A lot of y'all already doing this shit. Y'all just need the books to kind of let you know you've been doing this shit. Like, damn, that's what I've been doing this. I got you, big bro. Babies. You already know. Now, transcendental meditation, on the other hand, remind me tonight though. On the other hand, transcendental meditation works in a distinctly different fashion. In this technique, intense and protracted single mind concentration on the process of drawing energy up the spinal cord ultimately results in what appears to be creation of acoustical standing waves in the cerebral ventricles, which are then conducted to the gray matter in the cerebral. What is we saying right now? What I'm saying is, when your ass sitting down meditating, we ain't just doing this shit to be doing it. There are physiological things happening with the body. Energies are being let off. The Bentov biomedical model, as described in a book by Lisa Nailsman entitled Kundalini Psychosis of Transcendence, states that the standing acoustical waves are the result of the altered rhythms of heart sounds, which are occasioned by prolonged practice of meditation, in which set up sympathetic vibrations in the walls of the fluid-filled cavities, which comprise the third and lateral ventricles of the brain. In addition, according to Bentov, the states of bliss described by those who Kundalini symptoms have completed the full loop across the hemispheres may be explained as a self-stimulation of the pleasure cortex. Here's that nirvana, all that shit they be going through when they meditate, the yogis. You can get this nirvana. Boy, your shit been popped off. Bentov also notes that most of the described symptoms start up in the left side of the body, meaning that it is mostly a development occurring in the right hemisphere. Although normally a period of meditation involving intense concentration and practice for 5 years or so is required to bring up the Kundalini, Bentov states that exposure to mechanical or acoustical vibrations in the range of the 4 to 7 hertz cycles per second for protracted periods may achieve the same effect. That means your ass can cheat with just the 4 to 7 hertz. That's when your refrigerator raggedy as hell, bro, them in your AC kind of rag. Go, that shit be popping off your thing. Bro, now let me play it for you real quick. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your car does this when it has that going through the highway shit. It's just coasting. This 4 to 7 hertz. That's why your ass starts zoning out. When this shit starts to play and you start to go into your dreaming and your sleeping states. You could be possibly popping off the 4 to 7 hertz woo. Remember, that's the theta frequency that we just read from the Neuronomicon Nathaniel Harris that does what? It opens up the channeling. It opens up the whole perspective of telepathy and all these different aspects. So that's the theta frequency that you can tap into yourself. This is the theta wave frequency we're playing right here. Let me turn the sound up. Press play. Is my thing all the way down? Damn, my computer about to die. Shit. Theta frequency, CIA hertz. If we listen to this, you actually supposed to start feeling I felt this before. I can kind of feel it now. You start to feel a sensation in your feet. You can feel a sensation in your foot. That means the Kundalini energy shit starting to pop off. Bro, now, but I ain't trying to have no Kundalini shit going on right now. So let me get the fuck out of here, baby. I ain't on all that shit right now, bro. Now. How should I leave you now? I'm good on that, bro. Anyways, Bentov cites an example: repeated riding in the car, whose suspensive C combination produces that range of vibrations or being exposed for long periods of time to these frequencies caused, for instance, by an air conditioning duct. He also notes that the cumulative effect of these vibrations may be to trigger a spontaneous physio-kundalini sequence in susceptible people who are particularly sensitive nervous system. So all the people that's sensitive, you play this shit, I'm sensitive. You play some shit, we can be sensitive to it and it can fire off our kundalini. And you can have these moments. Now, this 4 to 7 hertz theta frequency that pops that shit off. I don't know if I deleted the book. I hope I didn't. The Ramakan, my Nathaniel Harris, should go back to the theta frequency one more time just so we can see it. Theta frequency, they have also been associated with intuition, vivid imagery, subconscious information, and psychic abilities such as telepathy and remote viewing. The optimum frequencies, which appear around 7.83 hertz. That's your meditation shit. When you pop off, what happens during meditation? All that's crazy shit. Telepathy, remote viewing, all of that. I can see your ass from where I'm at. Bro, now. You feel me? And that's that. You know, we've already had these stories. You go watch the Stranger Things. You go watch all these different documents and shit. And how much time I got left? 20 minutes left. You go watch all these specific documents or whatever, and they have a level of in Stranger Things and shit where these people can remote view, where they put on these helmets, where they can step into these different dimensions. And I already told you the Montauk Projects. I appreciate the donation, G. The Montauk Projects is instrumental in the Stranger Things. That was a real story. That was some real shit, and we have the books already. All right, in the 20 documents, we got the Peter Moon book, the Nazi-Tibetan connection, and we also have the document. Cartelling. All right, the baby crying too bad because I'm gonna put this on the whatchamacallit anyway. We have this per se. Shit. I lost my mind. Hold on, little baby. Um, 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 you don't want it? Where's my charger at, bro? Sorry, baby. I know I'm loud as hell, G. Mm. Oh yeah, I'm a little sick too, bro. No, I'm definitely a little under the weather. The worst was yesterday though. I'm pretty back to normal now. Um, anyways, the whole aspect of this, theta waves are associated with the dreams, the nightmares, the personal demons, but everything's a dream. Everything's a dream. We are in a dreaming state over and over again. And I guess the whole aspect of the curse is to break the dreaming state. So you can have a sense of awareness and a sense of control. But I guess there are levels of control that must be broken from the mind or some shit like that. Because if you want a beta frequency, then you just going across your life in the waking state. It says most people never leave the beta frequency. These are your what y'all like to call them? Appreciate the donation, G. What y'all like to call them? Your NPCs, all that different shit, your NPCs and all that. Those are just your beta waking frequency. Those are the people that when they wake up, it's all about what they can do in the waking state. The waking state. What can we build? What can we do? What can we do? It's all waking state. If somebody leaves the waking state, it's a tragedy. It's this. It's that. You know what I'm saying? It's whoop-de-woo. We all have been conducted to that thinking due to the 6,000 years of the solar coat's rule, and the sun only comes up during the day when you wake your ass up. So you can't get mad at yourself that you have conducted your whole existence down to your waking state. You don't give no respect to your dreaming states, your deep sleep states, all these different states of existence that you're there just as long in, if not longer. Bro, now, for some people, some of could sleep all day and all night. I know. To me, I believe super people that sleep a lot are super spiritual, or like a vibrational type thing. You feel me? And here's the crazy thing. It is important to understand that brainwaves are all simultaneously present and functioning together like the frequencies of music. Consciousness is the developing harmony of these interacting frequencies. If the brain was a band, delta would be the drummer, providing the essential underlying rhythm that keeps everything in time. Theta would be the pulsing bass, alpha would be the guitarist, and beta would be the vocalist. And what did we say? It said beta gonna be the vocalist. What's the vocalist? That's the I'm whoop-de-woo, and these are the Temptations. You think beta frequency is the main thing. You got all these other consciousness frequencies that make the damn band. So why we ain't studying the drums, the rock, the guitar, the whoop-de-woo? We only want to study the vocalist because we have a main character, we have a main character I don't know, some shit with this main character shit. If the brain was a band, so to apply a more traditionally magical metaphor, the 5 brain states work together like the 5 cardinal powers: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, ether, to complete the human soul. Just as there are spirits associated with each element, so too there are states of consciousness. These spirits may be said to personify, representing different aspects of our own selves. From Ethan to elves, or from demons to angels, depending on the pantheon, these different aspects are dominant at different times depending on the frequencies of the brain, each pertaining to a different dimension of human experience. During normal waking state, beta waves tend to be dominant, often in combination with strong delta signals during automatic tasks that require little concentration. Most people are beta dominant during almost their whole entire waking lives. We live in a beta dominant culture and only consider something real if it can be observed and measured during beta dominant consciousness. You're ran by the waking state. That's why all the Christians, they're waiting for a physical God in the waking state to come back. He already came back. It's your ass. dude. Oh, bro, now you're waiting in the waking state, and that's not your main consciousness. Brethren, during quintessent meditation, both alpha and theta dominate. Magical training consists primarily of mastering the ability to access these states. Deeper trance leads into delta when the mind is silent. These frequencies provide almost the most essential keys to enchantment, divination, evocation, and accessing the greater mind. During group magical ritual, beta is also present, delta during mental quintessence. Theta providing insight and creative imagination, alpha bridging the gap between subconscious and conscious, with beta providing the conscious processing of thought and agic. Goetic ritual, the summoning of lower frequency spirits and their binding to a higher person, is achieved through a medium accessing theta and theta frequencies, while their binding and commanding is achieved during gamma dominant consciousness. This is why the Grimoires instruct that the summoner must be pure of heart and spend many days preparing with prayer, i.e. meditation on the higher virtues. This is about the alleviation of ego. This is about the alleviation of that stank nasty shit that's inside of you, on bro now. Because if you get in contact with these energies and your vibration ain't on a specific level, that shit gonna run you, on bro now. Without this preparation, the magician risks becoming overcome by the entities, states of consciousness that seek to control, becoming instead enslaved by their own inner demons and egotistic obsessions. That's all these things do. That's what I call being lost in the sauce. That's why you try to stay humble. You try to stay acceptive. I've had moments where I lost myself, on bro now. Shit. And that's these energies have taken over to the next level. So you have to make sure that you're in control and you are on the, that's why discipline is so important with magic. You gotta have disciplines and shit like that. The emotions need to be in check. Hard for me to say, on bro, the emotions need to be in check before you really start tapping in. This is for the grown folks, this is big folks. You feel what I'm saying? Now remember, it doesn't fucking really matter though, because ultimately we just read in Dr. Functionary Blend's book on the beta frequency. You've already did everything before you experienced you doing it. So all the shit you're doing on the beta frequency, you're in a natural state of flow. That's why the rivers flow, the bloodstream flows, the serpent flows, and we are connected to all those aspects. The flow state of life, letting things just flow and go, because that's what the fuck is happening. Whether you go against it or not, shit still flow. The days still keep going. On babies, things are flowing, baby. Anyways, our brainwave profile and our experience of the world are inseparable. To change one is to trigger changes in the other. It is also easy to understand that the external objective world may trigger changes in the internal subjective working of the brain, as are observed and recorded by the mind sciences. It is much harder to comprehend how a change in our internal workers may trigger changes in the external world. Magic. Exactly. All of these brainwave frequencies exist at the same time. To change one, just like a dude changed the drums up, the guitar got to change his drums, the person changed the song. All right, then. So you can go from within the mind and change it, or you start with the beta frequency and you can change it from outside in. Your whole waking state, you've been trying to change things from the outside in, from your waking state. Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, do this, do that. We've never thought of writing our intentions or whatever during our deep sleep and sleeping on that shit. Or I want this change to happen, dreaming on some shit. The movie Inception is real. These niggas going through dreams and extracting secrets from motherfuckers and shit. So ultimately, your dreaming state is a whole nother reality, and they're telling you that this dreaming, all of these realities, consciousness frequencies can affect the other one. So if you wanted these significant changes in the beta wave frequency, the way to do that is the access through the dreams. Now, if you get the book Astral Traveling by Richard Webster, Alan Watts actually will come heal you in a dream. Bro, now, like if you have physical ailments, he could come to you in a dream as an astral body and heal you. But in one of the sicknesses, he gets attacked by some shit and he come back with like scars and shit. So, these are, these even sicknesses and illnesses be like spiritual shit on the astral realm, G. Some crazy shit, I cannot make this up. They went across a river or lake or something and healed some person, but the monster, I don't know, some crazy shit. These people, most known geophysicists, have shown a correlation between the startling number of sacred sites globally to the tectonic plates. What is less apparent is that it can also create a low-level electrical field capable of altering the frequencies of human consciousness in a similar manner to Dr. Persinger's psychic-boosting God's helmet. The microwave psyops weaponry currently being developed by our military or HARP, a field-generating strong theta, would responsibly cause visions where gamma would produce experiences of bright light in the sense of all-encompassing all. It should therefore be no great surprise that orders of the establishment work hard to maintain control of such sites or else have attempted to destroy them. Paul of the Lake Hunter Earth Mysteries Journal proposed a similar hypothesis in the 1980s, the appearance of glowing lights that he attributed to plasma, further reasoning that this plasma could itself affect brain activity if encountered at close quarters. While the electromagnetic emissions of the tectonic plates themselves have been proven, it's a lot harder, blah, 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 blah. It logically follows that there are no. With regard to the phenomena of crop circles, I've spoken face to face with members of both Team Satan and Team 666, competing sides in military operations, testing the limits of stealth and group coordinations. I've been shown photographs taken from hospitals, helicopters of a vast number of crop circles created by these two teams alone. The persons I spoke to were also stoners, well versed in the symbolic codes of magic, including what have been fashionably called sigils. The crop circles were magical chocolatiers created with an intent not only for the establishment gain control of our sacred sites, military psyops, or performing sigil magic in our food. The situation is as intolerable as it's absurd. Well, I guess that makes sense. A crop circle, if you write a sigil is just a representation of vibration, frequency, energy, and intent. A sigil you can focus on and open up shit. So I guess if you put a sigil on like the food and shit in the farms and the lands and shit, and then they harvest it and we eat it, I don't know, bro, they'll put a spell on your ass through the sigils. But then you got to understand that all your advertisement shit are what? Sigils. They're signs. We're living in a sigil ass world. You use the English language called spell. And you use grammar, which is a magical grimoire. G-R-I-M-O-I-R-E. Grammar. G-R-A-M-M-A-R. Grimoire, grammar. Spell. Bro, now. Yes, Astral Travel by Richard Webster. Appreciate you, G. Appreciate you, me love. Now, when we speak of the archetypes, we are not referring to something that requires human faith or invested belief to exist. Although their personification is achieved through human imagination, the sea is still the sea and the moon is the moon, each with their own natural laws, whether we personally personify them or not. Those laws may be temporarily bent, but they will always return to their nature. We might leave footprints in the sand, even build fantastic castles, but the tide will always wash them away. There is nobody who can command the tide, however, how many sacrifices to give. However, one may come to learn the nature of these laws, that one may live in harmony with them. Nevertheless, it also remains true that all pantheons reflect and are reflections of human psychology, such as not denied in magical philosophy to say the archetypes reside within the collective unconsciousness of all humankind. I tell y'all this shit all the time. You're not looking at these deities for real, G. These are complexes within the consciousness, the frequency. So if you want to talk to a specific god or whatever, it has to be on a conscious vibrational frequency. You talking to demons and devils, you in the delta frequency. You talking to this, you in this frequency, but they all represent this collective consciousness that's embedded with all of us. You feel me? Anyway, although humankind is just the same as the Buddhists are saying that Iwa resides in the water beneath the earth, or for Kabbalist philosophers to speak of the female mind, since all pantheons concern human nature, we can also expect them to correspond cross-culturally. All have 7 major archetypes, and in all traditions, these have been attributed to days of the week. In English, there are Sun, Moon, Tyr, Woden, Thor, Freya, and Saturn, while in European languages, they are named after the Roman gods. In India, after the 7 equivalent Hindu gods. In Christian mythology, they are the 7 days in which God created the world. Just as in Hindu Tantra, there are 7 chakras in the body. Where did all this 7 come from? Should we go to Kenneth Grant again? That the very first deity was a feminine deity called the 7 stars of Ursa Major, Typhon, and her sunset. 7 stars. On road now. That's all this shit is right here, G. And then after that, the power of the tongue brings life and death. Absolutely. 7's all over the damn place, G. You feel me? On road now. 7's all over the place, G. Yeah. It comes from an earlier pantheon, baby. Yeah. That shit crazy to me, G. 7's everywhere. No, 7 archons in the theology of the Gnostics, 7 archangels attending the thrones of God, and 7 souls in the Egyptian Book of the Dead. There are countless other examples. Let's go 52,000 years ago just to make sure. Where you hiding at, G? In later dynastic time, the 7 stars of this complex symbolized Night or Typhon, the constellation of stars known as Ursa Major. The 7 stars of this complex symbolize Night or Typhon and a brood of stars. Yeah, the night, the cosmic energies of the night. We go back. How long ago was this? 52,000 years. How long ago? Time incalculable separated these four phases of the occult tradition in Egypt. Some idea of its length may be gained by contemplating the fact that the Egyptian priests have maintained precise records of astronomical phenomenon extending over a period of more than 52,000 years before the death of Socrates. So if it's astronomical, that's the star shit, and your first deity was a star system of the seven stars of Ursa Major, which was a goddess, not a god, then it's safe to say that the whole seven came from what? Came from this shit, and it spread out. Everybody got sevens now. Get your shit together. The seven stars of the goddess alone were reflected terrestrially in both the hands, upper and lower Egypt, constituting the 14 power zones. They constituted the 14 sanctuaries, each of which contained one of the members of Osiris, the moon god, who was dismembered by Typhon. Remember, Osiris get cut down 13 times. The 14th time is whatchamacallit. These are all deeper sciences and constitutions of like these energy sanctuaries and shit that was connected to these specific star powers and the cosmo energies. This is some deep science shit. Each member represents a digit or day of the half moon, the 15th being symbolized by the goddess herself. The days of the bright and dark fortnights constitute the 28 apartments of the lunar mansion, the house of Osiris, the light and darkness, the lord of the dead in the underworld. Understand that before your solar coast, before the sun, before all that shit that they love so much today, these was into the darkness, the nighttime, the whoop-de-woo, and all that. 7 continents. There you go. Gang, gang. The Draconian code evolved from a concentration. As already stated, the initiated magical current manifested in Egypt as the Draconian code, the cults of the dragon or fire snake. This code represents the first systemized form of primitive African mysteries, which the Egyptians elaborated into a highly specialized system of occultism that flowered finally in the tantras of India, Mongolia, Tibet, and China. So where you got the 7777777s. We just cross-referenced this with the Ramakan by the Nathaniel Harris. Kenneth Grant, Coast of the Shadows, the Ramakan by Nathaniel Harris, Kenneth Grant's Beyond the Mojave Zone. We got the Peter Moon book, the Black Sun, the Monotalks Nazis, Tibetan Connection, Coast of the Shadows, we already said that. Outside the Circles of Time, Beyond the Mojave Zone. Dr. Functionary's blend book, we threw out just a little bit. And I mean, the list just goes on, G. And we also used 2 documents, the CIA document and the CIA Gateway document as well. The Walking Through Walls shit. The only person that's ever been known to walk through walls, this invention is a training system which enables a human being to acquire sufficient hyperspace energy in order to pull the body out of dimensions so that the person can walk through solid objects such as wooden doors. This shit real, G. Bro, they be thinking we playing out here. You feel what I'm saying? They think this shit for in giggles. You feel me? But it's not. Bro, no. But it's not. Babies, this shit is real, baby. Babies. Damn, shit. I was all up in my nose just now, bro. Damn. All right, anyways, let me see real quick. Show books, 360 Alchemist on Cash App. Leave your email in the Cash App notes. $10 for 20, $20 for 50 documents, and then $100 to get you 500 documents. 360 Alchemist 2.0. If they block this one, because they like to ban me when I try to get the books out, G. Sufficient hyperspace energy in order to pull the body out of dimension so that the person can walk through such objects. A human being is a hyperspace energy being living in a physical container of body that is comprised of 67% water. This high percentage of water makes this invention possible. The hyperspace energy being receives energy from our dimension through 7 vortices that run the length of the body. Each vortex contains a separate hyperspace dimension having its own particular frequency. So then, now you wonder, you like, well, what the fuck does the water gotta do? Man, the water is the most important aspect of the shit, G. What book was I just about to go to and say something crazy? Oh, this one. You go back to Kenneth Grant's Coast of the Shadows and you really start talking about water and shit. And you'll be surprised to see that the mystical fluid of life, water, the mystical fluid of life symbolizes blood, not arterial blood. No spirit ever took body that way, but menstrual blood. So when Shorty has her cycle, what happens? She doesn't have a baby. When she doesn't have one, she has a baby. So this menstrual blood is a doorway which symbolizes water. So since the water, we're 67% of water, and that symbolizes the in blood, then that means that there's doorways that can be open within us to get into these different dimensions and shit like that. And this is just more on a mystical level. I'm saying this from a mystical level. This is the scientific shit. Kenneth Grant is the mystical shit. We just conjunctioning the two together so you have more than one sense of source. This isn't a religion anymore. This is a science. It's a practice. Bro, this ain't no I hope some shit happen. I wonder if this is real. This is legitimate shit. You can only do that from connecting the different documents of science, of art, of religion, of all this shit, plus your personal experience. You drink all this shit together, and next thing you know, you have a fucking brony among babies. Anyways, known as the top vortex, supplies energy to the mind and provides a channel of communication. No, this shit is crazy, G. If you look up there, it provides a channel of communication to other entities in the universe. This channel has been tested up to 100,000 light years, which is the diameter of the galaxy. You have a vortex within, I believe this is the Khan chakra. This is the vortex, the Anja chakra. You can contact all this shit if you can get these vortexes to fire off. The fire snake is what fires the vortex off as it travels through the chakras. This shit crazy. They call it vortexes. We call them chakras or marmas in the occultism level. Vortex B is known as the spiritual eye and is a hollow cone-like appearance surrounded by white, misty, low-density hyperspace energy. Because the eye is modular, the mind can project it to vast distances, a process known as remote viewing. That's your ass going to look at Saturn right now or some shit. You can only see that shit because of your third eye. On bro now, your ass can go to Jupiter right now. Third eye shit. Oh, baby. Third eye shit. You feel me? On bro, no third eye type shit. Third eye type shit, G. You feel me? Third eye type shit. Take your ass across the motherfucking universe. You heard me. So yeah, yo, and then think about it. Water is one of your elements. Water, fire, whoop-de-woo. All that shit has deeper originations from the feminine principle. Okay? To the spirits that energized the primal martyrs with the principle of life, the Egyptians of the solar code ascribed the element air. That's where you get in the breathing into people. That's the solar code. But originally, that is before the role of the male in the process of reproduction was understood and generally acknowledged. Air typified the second phase of the feminine formula as water. The air we breathe is just the blood of the water. Characterized the first. Water represented the pubescent virgin, bleeding and wet. Air characterized the gestator, the mother, dry and puffed up or bellying with wind. You know, you fill up pregnancy, whatever. The element fire was symbol of the will and of enumeration of the energy of the fire snake, invoked and bound into the other elements by the spell of the sorcerer. The fusion of water, air, earth, and fire resulted therefore in the production or manifestation of a spirit or a spirit. These are all deeper feminine principles, sorcerer shit, G. The four elements were assigned to the four angles or quarters of the primitive house or home, i.e. the earth, and formed the first cross. That's where your cross comes from. All feminine principles. Damn. And you know, the cross, we also can connect it to the, in the voodoo, this more connected to the linear states of the horizontal aspect and the extraterrestrial and Chthonian perspectives of the vertical. You stand in the middle of that shit. That's where walking the crossroads comes from and all of those different aspects. You're mixing the spirit with the physical. And at the crossroads, the intersection of the cross is where you stand. The hippopotamus, the African amp, was the symbol of the first abode bed or amp. The primal wound as the four-legged or four-faceted ark was the primitive form of the mother. This was later stylized in Egypt by the symbol of Nuwit, which becomes Typhon, arched or arched over the earth. Thus, the four legs of the beast amp were depicted in the form of a goddess shaped like a woman bending over the earth or on all fours in the posture characteristic of bringing to birth. This was Nuwit. From between those thighs, the sun's son was daily born. The word ark or aurak is applied to the feminine period, and arksha in Sanskrit means regulated by the stars, while in the Greek mysteries, Arche was the mother of the gods. The most ancient deity was of a biune nature and was represented by Typhon, goddess of the seven stars in the north, and by her son Set, the dog star Sophis, the ruler of the south. This biune god preceded every conception of deity that ever was. It was the prototype in Egypt of Nuwit and Hadad, both of whom carried of the tradition of the godless child, the child of the mother, before the individualized fatherhood had been established. This initial conception of deity was feminine. Oh, babies, the initial conception of deity was feminine and therefore literally godless, for no god was at that time known. In later ages, the adherents of the Draconian code were vilified and abhorred as devilish on accounts of their godlessness. This is why you got all this today, like trying to get on shorty helmet and whoop-de-woo dressed like this. They are the remnants of a last sword code. A fish gonna flop the most right before it get up out of here. We watching the flopping of a fish. You feel what I'm saying? red pill talk and all this different shit and the controlling the shorty, you know, you're going against the divine nature because, you know, in the Bible said what? The first become last and last become first. This shit was first. It became last and now the last will become first again. The divine feminine principles. Your first God was a goddess. It was not a god. Get your shit together. Babies. It's just, it is what it is. All right. Bro, now. It's just, it is what it is, G. Brethren, I don't have, who are you going to argue with? Are you going to go back 52,000 years and argue with these that really did the shit? Brethren, exactly. You have no one to argue with but your damn self. It's called denial. And why are you so, this is my thing about men, why are we so loyal to our gender? Like, bro, now, what is this shit anyway? I don't even give a fuck on bro now. There is no, I mean, there's a bro code, but it's like, until bros become real men again, there is no code on babies. We need some real niggas out here. You feel me? Do what they say what they do and shit and move accordingly on bro now. But you can't return that. Ain't gonna be no real men until we get real women. And real women gonna have to know their real power so they can tap into it because every fucking man came out of a motherfucking woman. So if we want to raise ourselves up to God level, then she must be raising the goddess level because she's the roots. She assumed the god form of Typhon, the ancient goddess who supposedly conceived without the intervention of the male. She was considered to have been impregnated by the breath of the spirit of the divine child, the Har, that was Set, i.e. the birth. The name Sebek, later Sebeka, signifies the number 7, the sevenfold star of Babylon, the Chaldean version of the goddess, the devilish genetrix. 777 is some evil shit. Wow. The Babylon shit. That shit they so scared of. The rising of Babylon. Oh, you mean the sexual freedom of Shorty finding her own freedom through her sexuality that's been demonized for 6,000 years? Bro, you mean that shit? Because we just told you the Kundalini's at the seat of the vulva. If you demonize your sexuality, what the fuck is your vulva? It's all sexual, correct? All right, then. Bro, get your shit together. Anywho, the overthrow of the Typhonians and Egyptian, however, we already read all that. See Across the Gulf by Aleister Crowley, the Knights Templar of in medieval Europe, the bestiality of which the Templars were charged, among other things, was in all probability a form of sexual intercourse, not unknown to occultists today who work with the formula of the left-hand path. It has nothing to do with homo or with reality as commonly understood. Thank you. Anytime you hear bestial this, bestial that, it's not because it was fucking animals, baby. It's because they was fucking like animals. I keep saying that shit because that was the origination of your very first systems of worship. Bro, now. Yeah, it was freaky. They not like us today with your little ties and suits going to church and like, hi, Miss Marma, how you doing today? Nah, they was busting that shit open bro, now. Let me see where I can read that at to y'all really quick. The witch of Endor was described as a woman with knowledge of AUB because the witch, whether African, Assyrian, Egyptian, or European, is a pythoness, a serpent woman possessed of the knowledge and wisdom of the Obeah or Ophiite Kots. The feminine origin of the priesthood, due to the personification of the Ophidian current, was the presiding deity of the city of Edo, where a temple of sacred Prostiution was established in her name. They was prostituting in her name. Bro, now. Not far from the Badadri. Why? Okay, oh yeah. Aduda thus equates with the scarlet whoop-de-woo of Babylon. Batala and Aduda are like one of your, it's the aspect of the energy of the Kundalini. Okay? It makes it's the two currents of Kundalini, or Batala and Aduda. Oh man, Obatala and Oduda. The next major marbles are located in the palms of the hands, blah, 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 blah. We already went through that. I just want to read this shit one more time for you. Really quick about the seat of the vulva, because I know I keep saying that. And let me read something else before that. The palm is used especially to arouse the marbles in one own or another's body. When the adept stimulates the subtle power zones in the body of a specifically prepared priestess, he causes the fire snake to manifest at the level or in the dimension corresponding to that of his manipulation. He can thus exalt the kundalini from its abode at the base of the spine to any marble he may choose. When it rises to the anja, the woman then becomes an inspired priestess, a secrets or sacred oracle. Gifted with clairvoyance, she sees into the past and into the future. In certain kalikos, the left-hand path, where the worship of the goddess is performed exclusively at the level of the Muja chakra, the priestess, after concentrating ojas in the palms of her left hand, arouses the fire snake and, not taking it up the spine, sees clairvoyantly with her womb. Remember, the Ayin. Let me show y'all this picture real quick. Shorty has two eyes. Fellas, I'll be telling y'all that shit all the time. Just like we got a magical wand and shit. Shorty got two eyes, G. Babies, I wouldn't lie to you, baby. Bro now. Shorty got two eyes, G. You see that one right there? Ayin 70, that's the third eye. You see that Ayin 70 right there? That's the second eye. That's the first eye. That's the second eye. Ayin 70, Ayin 70. What does Ayin stand for? Ayin meaning an eye. This organ is also known as the eye of Shiva. When this eye opens, when the chakra or lotus blooms, the world of appearance is said to disappear. You breaking the code of the matrix. Period. On babies. You breaking the code of the matrix. So when it says right here, G, yeah, you become this whoop-de-woo, let me explain a little bit more. Why is it like this? This she does not during the time of Cantamir, when the astral forces are able to assume most tangible forms of the effulgence. Hold on, y'all. Let me flip this camera real quick, and then we'll just put anything up. All right, anyways, but see, look, even right there showing you where all the systems is with your chakras and your thing. That's the same. What I just showed you on the occultism, mysticism is the same as this picture. Crazy shit, G. Anyways, the word cough, the Hebrew letter cough represents the hysterical sealed womb at night. The womb sees things in a glimmer of physiological upset while the sun lurks. The seat of the fire snake is in the vulva, which as it were, the second eye. It is represented in the Chinese system as the trigram. This eye also is I Yin, whose number is 70, represents the material aspect of 7, the number of the primal goddess. 7 chakras, 7 consciousness, 7 this, 7 this, 7 great mother. Get your shit together. Among other correspondences are the words meaning night, SVD meaning the secret, also a couch or seat the god set in sacred checks, an ark, a box. All that shit equals the seat of the fire snake, the seat of the vulva in the 7th power zone of where she is. This shit crazy. So now you understand why the patriarchs try to do whatever they can to keep you unlocked out of that shit. They make your sexuality, how many bodies you got, what is this, what is that, whoop-de-woo, and these niggas don't know how to, because y'all using this shit the wrong way. Because every time you get one off, bro, and you ain't think, you just letting off all this energy, hence why all these creeps and weird motherfuckers out here. Because ain't using the energy right anyway. Why you worry about what Shorty doing with hers, what you doing with yours, but just wasting the shit. On bro, exactly. On babies. Oh yeah, finally 7 also meaning wine, the inebriating fluid of which is written, to worship me, take wine and strange drugs. Wine is assimilated to the symbolism of the collars or Phidia animations that are generated and rendered vibrant by the magical invocation of the fire snake. Wine had nothing to do with the blood of Jesus. No, nothing. All of this has to do with the divine feminine energy. And once the fire snake lights up, there is there could be substances that are emitted from the goddess's body that can be utilized for your oracle seeking and shit like that. That's with the wine, the cakes, all that shit. That's all science. The eye is also feminine and represented by the anus of the goat. For Capricorn is the astroglyph, the astrological glyph of the scarlet woman when she is using the rites for building up magical power on the inner planes. And it's crazy because the Capricorn is a half like half water, half in the whatever, whatchamacallit. When applied to the male and formula is the base to black magic and is condemned by the tantrics, although it's widespread use among last mentioned the body part associated with the element fire. Yeah. So all of these different sciences, G, I don't want you to get too lost in this shit. You know, these are new things to kind of get into. We have all these documents available for you. So, you know, you can read this shit on your own time and kind of find what is the right science for you, because this is just the one. The version, the WHORE and the mother are all represented by the 13th, 14th, and 15th color, respectively by the 16th color. These aspects of the feminine formula are gathered together and invoked by the sun priest represented by the beast, i.e. Taurus. In ancient Egyptian symbolism, Taurus, the bull of the mother, was not only her consort, he was also her son. Horus and his twin brother Set was hidden within him. For 2 things are done and a third thing is begun. Isis and Osiris are given over to incest and adultery. Horus leaps up thrice armed from the womb of his mother. Hippocrates is a twin is hidden with them. Set is his holy covenant that he shall display in the great day of Mayat, whose name is Truth. What whatever, bro. The passage contains the entire doctrine of the new eon, crazy shit. You know, they believe in the new eon and all of that. The combination of the beast and the form of the mind. So yeah, all this shit is the beast, the priestess, these are all deeper metaphysical sciences to let you understand how the ancients actually looked at this shit. And as you can see, they looked at it completely different from the way we look at it. Bro, the shit these arguing over means nothing. You feel me? This is some deep science, and it came from practicing, not from fucking talking. Bro, this that wrote all these books, Kenneth Grant. He had one lecture on bro. He did one lecture, and that's on babies. All right, bro. So you gotta understand, as the male and males, we got a lot of energy too, but shorty as well. You have to start understanding that there are deep powers within you, multi-dimensional, eternal aspects of your existence that you have been locked out of. And if you continue to look at the beta waking state and what they have to say about you, what you are, what you ain't, what you is, then you will continue to go down this road of powerlessness, because the power comes from you, but you're taking all the power outside of yourself and giving it to everything around you. You are the power source, the savior. All that shit is all in the books. Okay? That's why shorty thing looks like this. Get your shit together, dude. Bro, now. Makes sense, doesn't it? That ain't shit but this, because at the seat of the spine is the motherfucking fire snake, Obatala and Oduda. At the seat of the vulva is the fire snake. That's why this looks like that. All your shit, evil is live spelled backwards. The devil is the great mother Typhon. All of your shit that's been made dark, devilish, and evil is to scare you out of the shit so we can keep you locked in the beta waking state. This shit transcends that and will bring you past the beta waking state, which is just a phenomenal illusion where you have no control. Your brain fires off 50 milliseconds before you have the conscious intention to act. So the best way I can keep you locked into this waking state realm is to keep you worried about all this shit on the waking state. You can't tap into none of these energies because you're weird now. We'll call you weird, and you too worried about being accepted on the waking state. Bro, now, be weird. Shit, be whatever you gotta be. Just don't be these motherfuckers. Bro, now. Babies, this is not the time to be cool. This is not the time for clout. This is not the time for popularity. This is the time to get into your damn sciences. Every time somebody changed the world, they was not fucking popular. Bro, nobody gave a fuck about it. They laughed at them. Bro, look at these crazy motherfuckers. And then 500 years later, oh my gosh, this was that. Then they build statues up. So that would mean you're 500 years fucking ahead of the learning curve. So stop going so hard on your damn self. Bro, You got a lot of energy to work with, a lot of magic to work with, a lot of ancestors, a lot of these different energies. They are all existing within your consciousness. You are surrounded by armies and armies and legions of energies. If you can consciously accept that or subconsciously project that, you will feel the true protection of your being and all that shit. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Bro, babies. Really? You really don't. Compared to what these people working with out here, they ain't working with shit. And these energies ain't been worked with for so long. For somebody to work with them now, they're going to be way more primal and power. And that's why when people start altars and start ancestor shit, their energy pops off a little too high for a second. You feel what I'm saying? They be crazy for a minute. I went through it with my altar. I was highly aggressive. Highly, all that shit, G. Highly aggressive. Confrontational. Hella visions, just all types of shit. Please pay attention. When you first do this spiritual shit, pay attention. These visions that you having at the very beginning is because this is like, what that shit is like when a person don't never play basketball and they shoot a half-court shot and make it. You have like everybody when they first start this spirituality, you suffer beginner's luck. You gonna get a major contact with a deity, something that's just life-changing. And that's just your beginner's luck to really get you into that shit. Those visions that you have, or whoop-de-woo, or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Beginner's luck. You gotta tap into that shit, because as you get to the spiritual shit more, your body, your mind, it gets more used to the crazy shit. The crazy shit today won't be the crazy shit tomorrow. So right now, you think this shit crazy. Do this shit for a year straight, it would be nothing. You're going to have to find something else to make it more crazy again. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, you start to get used to the spiritual shit. Oh, another synchronicity. Oh, another this, another that. But at the very beginning, you have shit popping off, sparking for you. So when you understand that, in the spirituality, when you first start, it's like the signal has first came on. That's the shit right there. You gotta pay attention. So everybody who's already been spiritual wild really wants you to pay attention to your dreams, your whatever, your journeys, your visions, your people you got into it with, or everything. Everything could be an aspect of a clue to your spirituality that is going to ascend you on a level or on your journey, this road that you're taking. It's gonna get you further. You feel what I'm saying? Remember, you doing this shit, you are your best book. You are your best everything. You feel me? You feel me? You are the best ever. I appreciate that, G. You are the best experience. The reason why we say you, because it's a fucking universe. But on deeper than that, if we look at everything outside of ourselves and we become passive again, just like our ancestors, and we have no control. And that's not what magic is. Magic, according to Aleister Crowley, is changing with the will of your mind. So how can you change some shit if you ain't in control? You can't. So you have to drop those passive aspects of your knowledge and shit and tap into some I'm in control shit. Or I can gain control. I'm able to gain control with the aspects of this knowledge and start to affect significantly the difference of my being, of my universe. Because what? The universe is mental. Oh, bro, now the universe is mental. You go to the book, what's the fucking book name? Just no way I'll be able to remember the title. Mothman Prophecies. I cannot remember the author. Mothman Prophecies. Damn. But anyways, in this book, Mothman Prophecies, this dude writes, there's a shadow apparition that keeps showing up in this house. And they don't know what happened in the house, but what we find out is a dude was writing novels every month about a shadow apparition in the house, and the shadows started to pop up in the house. All right? So what does that mean? That means that the universe is mental. He wrote the stories so much times, once a month, gave the character stories. The mental was right there. He writing the energy. After he left, 10% of people are more sensitive to the mental planes of our existence. They can see that shit. So they was coming in like, this house is like known in the ghost community. Like, yeah, this is one of them, G. On babies. So you gotta understand that when the news comes on and all these different things are coming on, what are they trying to do? They're trying to project something to your mental. Hence why 360 does not watch TV. Or, you know what I'm saying? All this shit. They're trying to project something to your mental so you can think that shit and start to reproduce it in your universe. That's why they're always showing you what? Trauma. Crazy shit. Bro, now. Just 50 million shows about fucking unaliving people. Bro, you ain't got one show about walking grandmas across the street. None. Today on Walking Grandmas Across the Street. Never. It's she grandmas in the street. Bro, then we'll watch that shit. Babies, ain't nobody watching Walking Grandmas Across the Street. But if it said pushing, your ass would be right there. Boy, did you see that third season? Man, that shit was wrong, bro. How her wig flipping, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because the universe, since we have been in, damn, why is it wet right here? Yo. Anyways, the universe, bro. The universe is mental. We have been programmed to think negative about everything. Matter of fact, all our drama is with conflict. And conflict and drama comes from the Sumerian story of the Epic of Gilgamesh. And I wish I had my computer from me. I'll read it to you, but I'm not. The Epic of Gilgamesh is about the unaliving of the divine feminine principle, the taking of the bull, and the slaughtering of the heavenly bull. The bull is synonymous with the lover of the great mother. The fertility of it and all that good shit. So once again, we are seeing multiple stories. Your first heroes, which is all the literature of today, is based off these epics of tablets, these epics of Gilgamesh and shit. And what you see today is just us going in the opposite direction of evolution, in the opposite direction of a cycle that's going to give us an expansion of our consciousness or a golden age or shit like that. These niggas have went from a golden age to just, mud. You feel what I'm saying? On bro, they're not giving us anything. So today's drama, today's entertainment is just about conflicts that come from these epics of Gilgamesh where you unalive in the feminine principle. And in most of your conflicts, whether you have the light side against the dark side. Who's the dark side? What's that book we always read from? The Coats of the Shadows. What's that? The feminine principle. Because at night is when Typhon, the very first goddess, was based on. The nighttime, not the daytime. You can't even see the fucking night at day. You can't even see the cosmic energies at daytime because it's a blocking state of an illusionary state of your waking state. It's just one of the states of existence. So when you judge everything on your waking state, you're blocking off your cosmic energies that were the first deity systems of this realm, the 7-star Ursa Major that connected to the 7 chakras, 7 vortexes, 7 all this other shit. 777s, baby. Do you understand what I'm saying, G? So then you go back, start watching all your hero movies and shit again. Go back and watch all that shit, and what you're gonna find is the more you cross into this knowledge, your ass gonna start rooting for the villain. Oh, bro, then I'll be go ahead, villain man. Take these niggas out. Because the hero is the epic of Gilgamesh that unalive the divine feminine. And all they do through this is they're getting rid of what? Forces of darkness. Where's all this Kundalini and all this shit in? It's in the unseen aspects. Where can you not see? In the darkness. Matter of fact, the Ayin that sits at the seat of the vulva is called, the Kabbalah numerology of it is called night. You sleep at night and dream at night. These niggas want to destroy the darkness. You be hearing these niggas, I'm getting rid of all dark things, all beings of darkness, any vibration that is your subconscious sleeping states, your dreaming states that existed before the existence of your waking day state. Just like, you know how you know that shit existed first? Because your ass was in your mama's womb, sleeping and dreaming for 9 months all motherfucking day. Then you stepped into this reality. You went from a dreaming state of your mom, and guess what happened? It's her water broke. The astral realm is a dreaming state of the watery realm. And that's why in the ancients you see ancestors or the beasts are half amphibious and half human. They're telling you that's half dreaming state and half physical state. That's us. That's what we is. That's why when you forming in your mama's womb, your ass be looking like a what? A tadpole. Oh, bro, now you seen the pictures. When mom could be curled up. You like, this nigga look like a goddamn, oh, bro, now like a tadpole or some shit. Yeah. So you gotta understand that the whole basis of this knowledge is to unlearn everything that you already learned and learn the shit again. And just in case, learn it again. Because there's multiple books that I read 15 times, and on the 50th time I read it, I bring something new from one paragraph. I'm like, damn, I never saw that part. And what you're gonna find is this realm is just so easy to skip over shit and whoop-de-woo shit. We have to become precise detectives of our own spirit, of our own existence, so we can gain some type of confidence while we moving in this waking state. You're not just doing this shit just to do this shit so you can go up to somebody and just know this shit. You doing this shit so when shit get real, you can, tap into this. There's gonna be moments when shit get real. You're gonna forget all this shit. I do sometimes. All this shit go out the window. Listen here, on bro now. But then what happens is, the shit tap in, I pour a libation, it grounds me back, and I realize, okay, this is an illusion, I'm just tripping right now. But I'll never get that opportunity if I don't know this shit is a fucking illusion. Oh yeah, you still gonna lose your shit. Let a motherfucker try you, on bro now. Because ultimately we're supposed to be at a level where somebody try us, that the ego and shit has been alleviated to such a point, you'd be like, all right, bro. And they'd be like, what? But ultimately, that takes time. And then on top of that, I don't know what the ancestors, the shit you tap into, they might perceive threats different from how you perceive threats. So a motherfucker might come up and say, and you spazzed the fuck out and it wasn't you. That was Uncle Willie and them, on bro them. They like, no, we ain't going for that shit, G. On back, you gonna have to get off our homie like that. So you don't know. Something might not even have nothing to do with you. It be having to do with somebody else. And yes, that anger is divine, man. That anger is divine. That is the fire snake. That is the kundalini. That shit fires shit up. It authorizes movement. Anger make you want to be active and move shit around. So I had to realize that. Because I have big anger issues. Big anger issues. Like, once this shit turn, it take a while. Once this shit turn on, I can't turn it off. And I ain't in no control. Oh, bro, none. I can't tell you when it's gonna come off. Oh, bro, I don't know when the fire gonna turn down. All I know is once that fire on, get ready. Oh, bro, now. Grandmas. I'm starting with grandmas on babies. I'm starting with grandma on babies. First off, let me tell you, I'm starting with the grandma first. You damn! And then, guess what happens, though? You do all this shit. You spaz the fuck out. And then as the fire burns down, you destroy some shit. You can see what you destroyed. And then that's where shit needs to be rebuilt. Sometimes it's this, God, generator, operator, destroyer. Home bro, then sometimes you just gotta put your Nikes on and check them off. Home baby, sometimes you just gotta put your Nikes on and check them off. But not all the time. You feel me? But I feel like if you lose complete control, then it's some type of divine thing laid to it. Now, I do know some people that's homeless now because they couldn't control their anger, and I'm not talking about that shit. That's just ignorance. I'm talking about somebody tried you, somebody playing with you, G. I'm not talking about just some, you just mad. No, I'm talking about somebody playing with you. Y'all got some history, something. You know what I'm saying? And you got to do that. It's no longer you no more. You can't work with these energies. The only way these energies exist is through you. So now these energies have some say. These energies have a say in your existence right now. They're not gonna let you go. Oh, bro, no. They got some shit to do. They're living through you. So with that being said, if something threatens that, then shit happens. Oh, bro, no shit be happening. I can't imagine. Bro, I can't tell you how many times, bro, somebody did some shit to me, and some shit happens instantaneously. I don't never have to raise a finger, Jim. That's why I tell people, it came to the point, I used to tell the ancestors, like, don't do nothing to them, G. Like, if somebody did some shit that was bogus, I'd be like, let them slide, G. Oh, bro, let them slide, G. Don't do that. Oh, bro, don't do that. They don't know no better. You feel me? So, boom, you have to understand on a deeper level that your anger, your joys, your love, these are energy in motion. It's an emotion. It's energy in motion. These are your vortexes. These are your dimensional conscious frequencies. And guess what? There's specific deities that work with these energy in motion in certain dimensions. So when you angry, you in that dimension now. That's why you can't see shit. Oh, bro, Neil. You heard that shit. You seen that shit. You watch Love and Hip Hop when them shorties be mad. Oh, bro, they'll find a way to get to shorty. Oh, bro, they be Oh, bro, they were playing, juking the bodyguard to get past the person. Watch out. Spin past. Boom. Hit some. Oh, bro, a spin in the. Oh, bro, you damn. She could have played NFL the way she just got through that shit to get that wine glass and whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Everything disappeared. You in a different dimension. Same with sadness. Everything disappeared. You can't even see the damn sun when you sad. Home bro, then what, son? Home bro, then let you be sad and it's a beautiful day. You don't give a fuck about none of that, do you? Home bro, then your dimension has changed. Let you be happy. Your dimension's changed. You now see the sun. You don't see none of that dumb shit. So your motion, energy in motion is like a dimensional change. And when we have specific emotions, this is our consciousness shifting. And if we learn how to control our consciousness shifting, then we got more control of our dimensionals and all that crazy shit. And that's just for the beta frequency. We ain't even getting into these other 100,000 years of light space and all this shit they be saying, G. You feel me? We got 20,000 likes. I appreciate it. This going on YouTube. So far, we're going to put Jatrace, Cosmic Coyote. I already donated yesterday. I apologize. So, yeah, we're going to be uploading these videos. Matter of fact, this video 2 hours and 20 minutes. So this is, when y'all don't hear from me from now on, you ain't even got to worry about that shit. You feel me? Bro, then you can go take your ass to YouTube. I've been uploading like 30 hours of videos in the last month. You feel me? So that means something. That means something. Appreciate you, Big G. I got you, little babies. Let me. Here you go, baby. Let me finish with this. Let me finish with this Epic of Gilgamesh. Do you not want it? Okay. Let me show y'all what I was talking about with this Epic of Gilgamesh, G. Yeah, anybody that wants these documents, anybody that's new that want to support Pledge, you know, we got all these documents available for you, okay? So, you know, you don't have to wait for me to read these books to you. You have access to them. We got 10 book, 20 book packages, 50 book packages, and 500 book packages. So you can start with something cheaper, like $10 or something. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to drop your whole load. But that's so, you know, you can have access to this information and, really tap into some shit. Take me to the library of my yacht real quick. I'm pretty sure the Cosmic Mother is sitting in the construction of the patriarch. Whatchamacallit. Leave your email in the Cash App notes, G. I can't send you the documents unless your email in the Cash App notes. You will get a document converted of PDFs that curtail this information. You know, those Codes of the Shadows, those very important books that kind of have all the occultism. You have access to all that shit. Some of those books you can find online, but some of those more harder reads and shit that you just can't get nowhere, you know, you'll have access to that. Great, like the Cosmic Mother, you can find some of these books online for sure, but then some of these books is like out of print type shit, especially in the library of my yacht. You're just not finding it. So ultimately, it represents, because you don't know where you're about to go with this journey. You don't know how far you're about to go. You might not read these books for 5 years later. Some of this shit, like this, you know, I've had this library for 4 years. We just covered the Typhonian shit last year. So think of how long I was sitting on this information before I even utilized any of it for the class. All right, then. So some shit you do today or get today don't got to mean shit for the next year or two. But you got the information. It's always there. It's an email you can tap into. You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't work off of passion, you know, because I learned off the ego. Ryan Holiday's ego is the enemy. That even though, you know, only doing some shit when you feel like it will always fade away. You know, I work off some straight consistency shit. So we have these books, but if you read out of passion when you're having those passionate moments, you can tap into that shit. You feel me? I'm not a passionate person. I'm when it comes to teaching and reading this shit, I'm passionate about it, but that's not what drives me. You feel me? That's not what's gonna drive me. Bro. You feel me? Because if you do it off passion, passion gonna fade. It's gonna be a day you don't feel like doing this shit. And then you won't do it because you don't feel like doing it. But when you do this shit, you just do that shit. You hear what I'm saying, G? That's game. Bro, them. Yeah, that's game. You do that shit when you don't feel like doing it. Bro, them. Now that's dedication. That's consistency. You feel me? The gurus and shit, they sold that shit to you. You have to have the passion. And that's why we don't get shit done. Because your passion lasts for 2-3, but to stay with a motherfucker forever, it's going to take some just patience and some true real love type shit. That's the real love. Passion is like a side effect of love. But the love is like staying the fuck down no matter what type shit. Because, you know, used to be with a motherfucker for 10, 15, 20 years. Shit, the passion damn near gone. But you know that this person is your person. Y'all stay together. Whoop-de-woo, whoop-de-woo. It goes past that aspect of passion. Passion is a fire. Fires burn the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, them and start again. There's moments and times for fires. Damn, it's a long ass chapter. Boy, that chapter was called The Witch Hunts. Damn. Well, Sorry, let's just read this on bro now. The myth, this is Cosmic Mother, the myth of, well, if life is inherently evil, the church fathers needed someone to blame, and who is better to blame than woman who created life from her own body? Living women also can be publicly punished as the iconic illusionary devil can never be. Didn't I just say the great mother Typhon is the origination of the word devil? Now they saying that the woman is your devil. Funny. Anyways, the myth of feminine evil, which has been dominated the Western world for over 2,000 years, led logically and directly to the religiously targeted unaliving of women at witches during the Great Inquisition of Europe. Until recently, the number of deaths from the Inquisition were euphemistically underestimated as a way of denying about 500 years of systematic persecution and slaughter by the Holy Christian Church. Now, perhaps deaths are overestimated. We don't know the estimated range from 1 million to 9 million people. Ancient Future by William Chandler says 9 million. Burned as witches between the 15th and 18th centuries. Between 1200 and 1484, people were officially unalived as heretics. One number is certain. Of people punished for witchcraft in Europe, 80% of those accused and burnt were women. Do y'all understand what I'm saying when I pull up this fucking picture right here? On bro, them, this is not a fucking game right now. On bro, them, this shit is real, G. On babies, this shit is real deal type shit. Like, they really went through this. Imagine that. Imagine the energies that's ready to be tapped into, the rage of this energy. That's why that's that. Get your shit together. Because the fire snake sits at the vulva. It's the true energy. They represent a solar masculine code of the beta state. So they're going to run the beta state, the waking state. And that's who runs the world today. One number is a certain of people. In fact, they are the origin of the term, I can't say this, F-A-G-G, you know the rest, E-T, whatever, to denote a male. Men were bound together at the foot of witch pyres, their bodies used as to kindle the flames. Oh my gosh. And this is why 360 doesn't practice any aspects of what's that word called? Phobias, and I don't like these people and I don't like that and that. I don't give about what none of that shit on bro. Now I don't care what you like, bruh. You could go to this class if you like, bruh. So I don't give a fuck on bro. Now what's good with you, G? Because I know what I like, on babies. So I don't care what you like, and I'm not gonna persecute you for what you like. And if you want to get into the deeper mystical systems, there's an explanation behind why that is the way it is. I won't get into it, but there's definitely a chakra on a minute level down in those areas down there, and depending upon the chakra placement of an individual will be what whoop-de-woo, whoop-de-woo. But you know, that's like some crazy shit to say on babies. Anyways, later the official, so yeah, you can't be mad at the whoop-de-woos because they was getting fucked over too. Everybody's getting fucked over on bro now. Everybody's getting fucked over. You feel me? Oh no, baby, hold on. I'm gonna turn this light off too. Oh, brothers. Yeah, I can't believe. Oh, you drunk all of this. Oh my gosh. Ew. So boom. So boom. In Europe, at first, Christianity was a religion of the elite. It was a affection of feudal lords and later kings who made Latin the official court, as well as church language, and who kept Christian priests around as house clerics. Unexpectedly, excuse me, baby. Unexpectedly for the Roman Church, however, in 3 centuries of crusades to the Holy Lands had an ideological sickle effect. Turning feudal lords brought back exotic religious and lifestyle ideals, including the tantric sexual arts from the land of the infidels, Islam with strong Moorish pagan undertones, the European elite, nominally Christian, especially those in the most civilized part of Europe, especially in the whatchamacallits of Europe, the European European elite, nominally Christian, especially those in the most civilized parts of Europe, which were southern France, the wealthy states of Central France, Italy, Belgium, and the Rhinelands, were abandoning the fad of Christianity for more sensual and joyful spiritual amusements, including communal acts, not to mention scholar and troubadour poetry and romantic music. Later from Arabic Aloui, the wood, which was often composed and sung by wandering ex-monks in celebration of wine, women, and song. The lyrics often mocked the church by turning hymns to the Virgin into exotic love songs to Venus and portrayed Christian clerics as drunken homes. The Roman Catholic Church was uneasy in Europe at this time, being constantly accused of priestly corruption, luxuriousness, and political religious chicanery. Europeans were backsliding into their indigenous paganism. They were sliding back into their shit. They had to do something. Gnostic beliefs were circling. Ooh, and they had the Gnosticism, you Jesus, oh my gosh. And communities of medieval hippies were springing up everywhere. The threatened church could not tolerate the mass apostasy of its rich southern feudal elites, engaging in shady political deals with some northern feudal lords, arranged for the massacres of the Knights Templar and other actual mystical communes of southern France. That's why Knights Templar is connected with the Baphomet, because the Baphomet is the aspect of Muhammad. The Knights Templar got their shit from the Moors. That's the Muhammad shit. Muhammad is a person from the Brotherhood. It's some aspect of the deeper sciences, but it got lost. And, you know, every time they send somebody like to change some shit, they just take the person. They don't like take the message. Anyways, the church claimed it was a punishing heretics. In fact, in these first slaughters of the playful and poetic southern French aristocracy, the Roman Church was declaring its physical intention to stay in power in Europe by any means necessary, including the unaliving of anyone who questioned its power or simply adopted a lifestyle of which it did not politically approve. So these is just unalives you. Originally, the church had no punishment for witchcraft. This is the divine feminine. If we go back to Kenneth Grant Coast of the Shadows, divine feminine is witchcraft. The masculine is the magic. In fact, it was condemned heresy to believe in the possibility of bewitchment. People were simply condemned for the delusion of flying enchantment and the like. But in the mid-15th century, Roman Catholic dominated Europe was in hideous turmoil once again. It had undergone the Black Plague. Roman Catholic dominated Europe was in hideous turmoil once again. It had undergone the Black Plague. We already said that. Hers had a punishment for witchcraft. In 1404, therefore, the Pope pronounced a papal bull against the non-suddenly discovered crime of witchcraft. He denounced witchcraft as an organized conspiracy of the devil's army against the peace and common order of the Holy Christian Empire. This is why when you're showing your kids these knights in shining armor, turn all that shit off. Knights in shining armors and all. That's them unaliving the divine feminine principle of the Great Mother. That woman in that castle, she's like being held hostage type shit. That's why she's always surrounded by a dragon, which is draconian, which is her divine feminine energy. Watch Shrek and all that shit. Anyways, yeah, your knight. I want a knight. And that's why women have been so unhappy. You've been looking for a knight in shining armor, and they're here to unalive your ass. That's why you ain't never found one. Home bro them. Home babies. Can you be my knight in shining armor? Hell yeah, let me pull my sword out and get on your ass. And they're slaying dragons, which is the fire snake, the Kundalini, Alexander the Great, or whatever, Alexander the G. I don't even want, just Alexander. His whole thing is about the slicing of the Gregorian knot. The Gregorian knot is what ties us all together. These, because it's sick. Bro, now. And then Disney, Nick, all these, you're sick because now they put a spell on you with the cast from their movies from Hollywood, the wood of a holly tree that casts spells, so you can watch this shit. And now, because that been unalive your indigenous, unalive the feminine principle, whoop-de-woo, you rooting for these, because why they get rid of the dark side, which is your side. Bro, now. You've been watching 500 fucking movies of this shit. Babies. Get the fuck out of here, G. Remember, in the CIA documents of the shit where they did brain control, they would put Mickey Mouse ears on the shorties that was under mind control. Yeah, that's what they thing. They put the mouse ears on them. The same shit as Mickey Mouse. Get your ass out of here. Bro, then, with that shit. That's why it's a castle. Because what does this castle represent? All this Pope shit. All this Roman Catholic shit, the castles. That's why that big ass palace is there. Boy, you better get your shit together. You would be celebrating the exact same shit that's here to destroy your ass. And doing it with a smile on your face. And then when shit get real, you wonder why the ancestors ain't came through. On bro them. They like, bruh. On bro them. Your ass is them on babies. You one of them. You calling those devils and snakes and shit. That's your divine feminine. So why would the devil and the snake help your ass? It won't. You just demonize your own intuition. 2 years later, in 1486, two Dominican monks, Himmler, Kramer, and Jacob Springer, published a book called Malesis Malefication, the Hammer of Witches, the book to which Femi is derived from Latin, lacking in faith in the official handbook of the witch hunters who founded priestly and psychological justification for their already religiously aggravated hatred and fear of women. He's never, you see these niggas out here every day. You know, the one that can't make shorty happy, ain't never really had one. 360 been had plenty of bro, and baby mamas all. See, I've been around women my whole life. I mean, I've been more with women than without, so I understood this shit. I didn't have that issue. Bro, I never had that issue. I don't know how it feel to not, you know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-woo, whoop-de-woo. So I don't know what these niggas going through, but I know that it's causing the hatred of the woman. I seen it. I was on somebody's live the other day, and shorty was getting ready, and they was just attacking her, and submit to God. That's this shit. That's this shit right here. You got to ask, who is the woman that's giving these? Bro, these are the real traitors. All these shorties in this Christianity shit at church on Sunday, whoop-de-woo, I just love. Man, look, I'm going to tell you right now, we ain't friends. Bro, now how can I be a friend with you, baby? For real, how? You celebrate because that unalive the divine feminine. You celebrate the shit. Bro, that shit sick me. Anyways, and then that's why every Sunday you do this shit and you stressed out all week. You go back on Sundays, it's the same shit over and over again. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, that's why I won't with no Christians. Bro, I'm good off you, baby. I don't care how fine you is. Bro, I'm good. It becomes the indefensible authority for the justification for the Inquisition during the next 300 years of mass terror and persecution through Europe. The Hammer stated that human females were by nature agent and tools of the devil, and it gave explicit instructions for recognizing signs of devil possession. Any wart, male, or freckle or other skin blemish was a sign that a woman had been kissed by Satan and was evidence enough to seal her at the stake. Like I said, bro, you better quit playing with this shit. The way a woman or young girl dressed, the way she walked or talked, all the shit they be doing to y'all today, her hairstyle. Why you got your hair like that? Is that your real hair? Worry about your own shit. Bro, worry about your mama shit. Boy, I couldn't have been a woman. Boy, you better worry about your mama shit. Bro, baby, you better worry about your mama shit. Babies. Bro, babies. Yeah, I forget it couldn't have been me, baby. Anyways, the way a woman for young girl dressed, what they get on you today, the way she walked or talked, the way they get on you today, the hairstyle, the way she moved her eyes. Damn, you rolling your eyes. Any suspicion or envy that she might arouse in neighbors, any uniqueness, creativity, wow, authority, saying no, stubbornness of mind she might display for any reason whatsoever at all was the signature of the devil in her flesh. And that's why what you got today with these that's trying to control your what? The way you act, the way you talk, the way you think it needs to be acceptable. Why would I want to be accepted in a world that can unalive to everybody and people starve? Why am I sitting here trying to impress this system that just trying to destroy me? Please explain this shit to me, G. Bro, explain to me that why my indigenous, my ancient sciences have been deducted to nothing, and you gave me this shit, and I'm supposed to fit in with y'all and rock with y'all, and excuse me, nah, G, I'm ghetto and gangster as hell, bro. This is what you get when you play with fire, bro. For wasn't woman born in a God's own words to entertain Satan as her private parts and thus to endanger the souls of men? In Craner and Springer's professional opinions, only the rarest of females and dead ones were proof against demonic seduction and inhabitation. This is why they want you to be a virgin and all that crazy shit and looking for younger women. And this is some sick ass European Inquisition. And since Europe took over the whole world, the people of us today, you think under this same shit. You're speaking English. Bro, You're speaking fucking English. You're speaking the same language they spoke, G. The Christian witch burners were obsessed with sex, and the witch hammer constantly equates the devil with actual activity. The power of the devil lies in the privy parts of men. It was also believed that all material life sprang from semen. Okay, bodily speaking, sons and less valued daughters were owned by the father as much of a part of the master's property as were servants and animals. Women, with their devil-inspired power over sex, were then a major threat to a man's possession, not only of soul, but also other worldly goods. Witches were accused of instigating extrapremarital sex and all this shit. Almost sickening to read on, bro. Now it's almost sickening to read. That's why this is calling this new energy, this dragon that's coming back, this draconian energy is coming back. It's a destruction of all these institutions that have done nothing but lied and haven't served you with shit. It took 3 hours of a high school dropout to drop more knowledge on you than a motherfucking your ass been learning forever, home babies. It took me 3 hours to just drop some shit that'll change your world. Because that's the new aspect of this shit. Because all the lies got to be uncoded. All that fake ass power you looking at. If I wear the business suit and talk in the right voice, you looking to be deceived. You just need the motherfucking truth. Bro, now. You don't need nobody to smile at you while they say this shit. Because they were smiling at you when they said this shit. Bro, now. But they wasn't smiling when they was unaliving all these damn witches and shit. But now the Jehovah's Witnesses want to come to your door and smile. Bro, now. How they spread this shit? With a sword, not a smile. Man, get that shit out my face, G. Bro, now. Babies. I feel damn near offended. Babies. What the fuck was I about to say before I started ranting? Damn. I forgot. Oh, yeah. Remember they said SEX is controlled with Shorty's whoop-de-woo. SEX is the devil, the whoop-de-woo. Why would that be? Now, why would that be? Because in the ancient... look, you don't have to know the truth. Subconsciously, we all share the same conscience. They know B. Now, why would that be? Because in the ancient... look, you don't have to know the truth. Subconsciously, we all share the same conscience. They know in the vulva. The seed of the fire snake is in the vulva, which as it were the second eye. It is represented as the collars or fovea of this eye. Also, the triene. The eye is also the eye yin, whose number is 7. He represents the material aspect of 7, the number of the primal goddess. Who's the primal goddess? Typhon. What's Typhon's name in Egyptian? Kept or kept. Where does that word come from? The devil. What is every woman? A representation of Typhon, the kept or kept, the devil. Your devil is your great mother. How many times I gotta say this shit? Bro, now. Babies. And then you slide over to this little shit right here, G. Brethren. I keep showing this picture over and over again, and that's why you have this picture right here. Ta-da! The proof is in the fucking pudding, bro, now. The proof is in the fucking pudding, G. You ain't even gotta try these days. Bro, now, they put the shit all in your face. You ain't even gotta try. All your evil, which is lived spelled backwards. Devil is lived spelled backwards. All your life comes from the great mother and has been demonized because of the suffering and disease and the shit that we come from. Now realizing that at least we have this opportunity to have this shit while we fucking here. You wouldn't even have the mind to think about the shit if it wasn't for the manifestation of you inside the great mother. You wouldn't even have the mouth to complain about your bad shit unless she gave it to you. You have this opportunity to complain. So what did these masculine things do? Why? Why is it all men and 80% of women? Oh, we on the book right now. I should have just stayed there. I keep telling y'all this part. Really have to put this in. There is a bad war outside. But the war ain't the war you think. Bro, it's not race. It's not this. It's not that. It's a gender thing, G. It's a gender thing, bro. There is a war, for sure. There is a war, babies. And I'm going to tell you, the war that just went through with the Inquisition that unalived all of this. I'm going to tell you exactly what it was. Because it definitely says right here, the interpretation of the hidden feature of the universal mystery tradition masked by the Mayan, Chinese, Indian, Druid, and other ciphers reveals everywhere the underlying schism that had its origins in the primal goddess, primal antagonism between the coast of the shadows, the dark side, and the solarites. Those who followed the way of the goddess, Shorty, and those who denied her and exalted the masculine principle. Father God shit. Solarites, sun coat, beta frequency, waking state. Typhon is associated with night, with the cosmic energies of the fucking stars. Bro, now. This is just, it's levels to this shit, G. It's levels to this shit, G. All right? On bro now. And then what happened? Oh, here's everybody ever said America's the greatest ever. America, and man, eat your fucking hot dog, G, with ketchup and shut off a firework and shut the bro now, please. This led eventually to a fanatical glorification of the masculine ideal, which slowly undermined the mightiest civilization this earth has known. What was that mightiest civilization? It was the Typhonians, the Draconians. The Typhonians had exalted the God and child of the Father, first upon earth and later in heaven. This led eventually to a fanatical glorification of the masculine ideal, which slowly undermined the mightiest civilization this earth has known, and which has continued to exert a baleful influence down to the present day. It is, however, important to realize that the solar code was already flourishing in Egypt when the era of the monuments begins. So all the pyramids and shit you seeing, that's on the masculine solar code. It had already started and casted out the Typhonian Draconians of the divine feminine. Nothing's new under the sun, and his story repeats itself. You're getting the same story repeated itself in the Inquisitions thousands of years fucking later. The fellas against the shorties. Do you hear? I mean, damn, at this point, shit. All I can do is just spell this shit out for you. What's up, Kitty Magic? On babies. This was tumultuous. Europe gives a reason for its woes. And burn her, the Melusis Minutia influenced the paranoia and hatred of the male mind against female flesh, and in the hands of the local priest, preacher, and judge sanctified the arrest, torture, and burning of any woman who was denounced. Millions of European women among with the best and bravest minds of their day, for these were days of cowards and fools, the only type who survived in large numbers. That's why I be saying you following the masses of cowards and fools. Home babies, we want to be accepted by the cowards and fools that would accept this shit. You got shorties in the church right now, thanking God. That's against they home bro now. Home babies. You basically poisoning your pussy because you're not tapping into the power, so it's poisonous. It's toxic. And that's why you got all these toxic ass relationships. That's some toxic shit. Because you're in an energy that destroys the divine feminine. So it's toxicity. That's why shorties that spiritual are way more on the healing, nurturing aspect of what they are, because they have tapped out of this shit and tapped into their divine energies, their divine powers, and recognize themselves as the universal mode of power on this realm. Power on bro them. They recognize they shit on brethren. Power your ass up in this. She ain't looking at your shit like it's all the power. She's looking at her shit like it's power. That's power, and that's the shit that manifested you in this world. And fellas, we also have power with our wand as well. That's the solar phallic energy of the waking state. We give out the solar energy. That's why the shit gleams white. It's a solar energy, G. We are the sun. She is the moon. But the moon is psychological and spiritual, and the spirit is the bones of the physical. That's why you can't see your bones in the physical. It's under your body, just like the spirit is under this shit. Damn. Anyways, oh yeah, they got a new that's out right now on bro them in Africa where they take the bones, they can conduct it and get you fucked up. I said, damn, this the end of the days for real. Anyways, the Christian witch burners were obsessed with EX. We already went through that. Kramer inspired the two Dominican monks who wrote the Hammer were eventually chastised by the Catholic Church for their habit of going around to German villages and fabricating evidence of witchery. For example, Kramer and an old drunk woman to hide in ovens and make weird notes to proving to her neighbors that the woman of the house was possessed. What? For example, Kramer paid an old drunk woman to hide in ovens and make weird notes, thus proving to her neighbors that the woman of the house was possessed. They were setting motherfuckers up just to get them out of there. This shit is fucked up to the highest level. These niggas was just fucking shit up just because they could. This is your real evil. Bro, them. This is that evil shit. Bro, them. It's wild. It only take a few to do big damage. Well, we doing damage now with just our mind. Once we pull away from this energy, the energy gets weaker and weaker by the day. Period. The masses can continue to believe in this shit because the masses have done nothing. Bro, now you only need a couple individuals. The nucleus is very small in the cell that runs the whole fucking cell. You don't need nobody really to do shit. We don't need the masses to do shit. Bro, now y'all could keep on going to your New Year's Eve and Super Bowls and gorging food and all that shit. We only need a couple people to tap into this energy to make a significant change. That's how it's always been. Who charted the Haiti Revolution? Annie Fadiman and Duddy Bookman. Two people changed the whole world to the point you got America doubled its size after the Louisiana Purchase after Haiti defeated France. You got a doubling in United States of size. So some of the states y'all in, New Orleans, all them states came after Haiti whooped that ass, and they said we don't even need this shit no more. From a voodoo ritual of 2 people on a full moon. All right then. England. I'm speaking English today. Dog of Owls ritual. 2 fucking people. You've heard of their names. Edward Kelly, D. Williams. 2 people. Dog of Owls ritual. Enochian magic activated. The European, the English, the English queen gets coined to spread her thing. And they take over the whole fucking world after that. Get your shit together. Anyways, on bro now, Germany almost invaded all of Europe. It started with the Thule Society in one damn oracle session where they told them Hitler was going to come to power. On bro now, the Thule Society. What did I just say? The 72 things of Enochian. The Vril of the Thule Society of Germany believe in the 72 energies of the Vril. The 72 daemons of the Solomon. They're all the same energies that exist within the consciousness that you unlock. But what Neuroramacom Nathaniel Harris said the most important shit, he said you have to make sure that you in a higher vibration when you unlock this shit, or it just runs you. And these niggas got ran. On bro them, they got ran into the ground, Germany and them. You took this shit and you made it to supremacy. The Eye of Odin is the Eye of Ra, the Eye of Horus, the Eye of all the other shit, which makes it indigenous. How'd you connect racism to it? I have no fucking idea, because all your shit comes from an indigenous aspect, a sparring of it. Appreciate the subscription, G. Bro, appreciate the subscription. Anyways, the Inquisition gave itself license to use any means to force confessions of the accused. Judicial, not allowed under native European law, was imported directly from old Roman law for the express power of extracting confessions from witches. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't respect none of this judicial shit. Bro now. Babies. Like, you gonna listen to these in these little court things and these little pamphlets, and man, get that shit out of my face, G. My yacht is the only true balance of truth and justice. You niggas have never showed us truth and justice. I don't respect I don't look at none of that shit, G. Bro now. Them days are over. I don't need a motherfucker to tell me what and what not to do, because I'm fucking grown. I know what hurts other people and what doesn't. I don't need to tell you what line I can cross, when I can cross it. I can look across the street before I cross that motherfucker. I don't need to press the walking thing. Babies. So you're treating me like a fucking kid, G. America has like 50,000 laws, G. Come on, man. That's not divine. Bro, no, that's not divine. Babies, and they'll sit there and tell you this the greatest. Greatest what? Please don't finish that shit. Bro, if it was the greatest, it's from what happened before, not from nothing that y'all have done. The shit was already here that made it great. Babies, it has nothing to do with y'all, because in these business suits with your boring ass, every damn thing. It has nothing to do with y'all. Y'all haven't done shit but created shopping malls everywhere. Bro, it ain't shit but malls from sea to fucking shining sea. You ain't never watched the what's the comedian name, G, that passed away? Oh, he's a legend. He's a legend. White boy, he a legend, G. I forgot his name. But he said that shit. He said, have you seen America? This is right before he passed, like 20 years ago. He said, have you seen America lately? He said, just mall after mall. Mall inside of mall. Shopping center inside of shopping center. Shopping center inside of shopping center inside of shopping center. Whoop-de-whoop. I said, you ain't never lied. It's just a big-ass snatch and grab shopping center. Bro, now think about it. Next time you ride around the street, everything is just a damn store. Baby, store of this, store of that. Everybody got a damn store. Bro, now store this, store that, store this, store this, store this, store that, store that. Just malls and malls and malls and malls and food shops and malls. They are connected. They are getting you out of your divine. Bro, now. I never understood. I'll be honest with you. I never understood. Nothing to hate on the rappers and shit. I'll get your money, check your bag. But I never understood rappers that went on fucking shopping sprees and shop for diamonds. I was like, damn, that's like, that's like California Valley girl shit on bro now. Like y'all, it's like living like California Valley girls. They the ones that did all the shopping and shit and shopping bags and shopping sprees. Now these niggas rap about the shit like they tough as hell on bro. I was like, bro, that shit do not make on bro now. I'm like, bro, that's like the opposite of us on bro now. Babies. Yes. Anybody that want to donate 360 Alchemist, you feel this message and shit. I am up here every day. Thank you for everybody that pledged 360 The Alchemist on Cash App. If you want these documents, everything we read it from, we got over 500 documents, all right? So, show love to the class. Keep the shit. I appreciate you, Kitty Magic, and everybody else that donated today. I am going to upload this 3-hour lecture online, and the top pleasures, 3 pleasures, will be on the video, all right? That's 360 Alchemist. If you're looking for the books, you have to leave your email in the Cash App notes. Your email in the Cash App notes, all right? I appreciate all of y'all for real, sincerely. So, and I wrote a book. I never told y'all that. I wrote a book once called Our Demons Demons. I just didn't, I didn't like it or whatever. But I wrote a book, Our Demons Demons, and one of the first chapters, I write about this mask that they used to use, where Shorty would put this mask on, and these is it right here? Does it say it? This shit is horrible. One of the most exotic instruments was called the pear. It was roughly the size and shape of a pear, constructed of 2 metallic calves, each attached to a handle and hinged to open like sigils or forceps. The pear was heated to red hot, then inserted in the prisoner's mouth, anus, or and spread open as it would go. One renowned trial judge of France, Jean Bodin, boasted of very young children and opened it as it would go. This is why I feel like, who the fuck is trying to save this world? Home, bro, now I'll be thinking about that shit. They be like, the world's gonna end. I'll be like, shit. At least these kids gonna be happy. Something needs to be exacted from this shit on, bro. Now, the only thing I can think of is just end all this shit and restart this shit. End the whole fucking program. On, bro, now, end the whole program at this point. So much suffering. We're never gonna be able to live on top of this shit. If kids was getting over by it, there's so much suffering. Bro, now, there's so much suffering in the waking state. Babies, I appreciate the Kitty Magic. Yeah, but, in that book, Our Demons Demons, I was doing what we doing today. Letting you know what you think is evil is evil. It's only evil because they told you it. All the real people that have done evil told you they was on the light side. Bro, now, they said they were doing it for justice and protection and all this shit, and you find out it's just the unaliving of the divine feminine and aspects of it. Period. They can't hide behind that shit no more. That holy shit. It's not holy. All right. Now, I will say this. These are eon consciousness shifts. And all I can say is, if that last eon conscious shift was so bloody, then I can't imagine what the next one's about to come. Bro, now, because, these is about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? The next 500 years, there will be no Christianity. If this spear exists through all this bullshit, that shit is gone, done. You see it, it's losing its power by the day. It's getting older and older by the day. You feel me? It's not gonna be here, G, and it will suffer the same shit it gave out. It has to get back. So I'm just wondering. You feel me? They in white robes saying they divine. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. Now, all these hideous activities, we must remember, took place in the name of Christ and by the will of God, and was said to be aimed solely at the discipline and salvation of the human soul. The Exodus 22:18 injunction, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, was frequently quoted through in 1584 as Englishman Reginald Scott pointed out that the Hebrew word for poisoner had been mistranslated as witch. Wow, it was poisoner, not witch. But pagan witches, as specialists in herbal medicine and hallucinogens, were easy to slander as poisoners in Old Testament Hebrew as well as medieval European times. The words could have been used interchangeably. There are numerous biblical texts expressing Yahweh's hatred and condemnation of all people who could be generically defined as witches, diviners, pythons, and conjurers. What did I tell you the first priestess name was? A pythoness. All this shit is against the divine feminine. Fortune tellers. We know that all Neolithic goddess worshiping people were identified by the Hebrew prophets and patriarchs as evil, idolatrous, and unclean. Remember, unclean means savior. And Yanni. All right. And Yahweh wanted them all dead. Christianity, remarkably ugly record of religious intolerance, begins in the Old Testament, where Yahweh's people are just directed by him to unalive anyone practicing a rival religion. The 500 years of European Inquisition and witch burnings had a direct inspiration and sanctifications from the Holy Bible, and there is no way to avoid this conclusion. The secular motives and secular gains of the witch hunts can be credited to the imperialism of the Roman Catholic Church, to the equally power-hungry fanaticism of the Protestant reforms. This is how they got all their wealth. After I unalive you all, your shit is mine. Remember, I would just accuse your wife of being a witch and then get you out of there too. This was a political thing. Get the book. If you get the book, Sacred G, the Encyclopedia of Demons by Teresa Bain has a very, it has some stories in there about, Amadeus, and Amadeus has this thing where this dude was a political rival. They paid some chicks to bark like chickens, came through, unalived him and his wife, said they was witches, took all his shit. This was political, some Game of Thrones shit. This is called the Iron Fist in the Velvet Glove. Like, I'm really like direct with my shit, but I'm gonna make it look soft, but I'm really just trying to get rid of your ass. I'll use anything to get rid of you. Do you feel what I'm saying? This shit is political as hell. All right, but all you gotta know is the secular motives and secular gains of the witch hunts can be credited to the imperialism of the Roman Catholic Church, to the equally powerful, blah 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 blah, and destruction. European men who obtain advantages or seek thrills from the unaliving and destruction of the human body in general, and women bodies in particular. The Christian Church used in Bible's divine mandate for religious unaliving not only to survive the political turmoil of the Middle Ages, but to expand and secure one of the largest and most powerful secular institutions on earth, Western Christendom. Think of all them girls in church clapping, all my grandmamas in church clapping and all that shit. On bro them, and that's why they ass the foot been on their neck for so long, G, because you ain't tapped into shit. On babies, you ain't tapped into nothing. You have no intuition, no nothing. You just in they shit. You're a prisoner, bro, of war. And you're scared to tap into your own shit. And instead of just admitting you scared, you'd rather come to a girl like me and try to demonize me. And that's where you're going to fall short every time on babies. Because we are already convicted at such a level of death. Till death do we fuck part, G. On bro them. This shit, just not a word you can say to me to change this shit. On bro them. It's over. Period. 4,000 years, the people had one healer and one only. The sorceress. Emperors and kings and popes and the richest barons and had sundry doctors of Serena or Moorish and Jewish physicians, but the main body of every state, the whole. And the Dominic Springer of the Human World, we should speak on the heresy of the sorcerers. For one sorcerer, 10,000 sorcerers. In the Dominican Springer of the Hammer, we should speak of the heresy of the sorcerers, not of the sorcerers. The latter are of small account. Nature makes them sorcerers. A French writer under Louis X.I. wrote, for one sorcerer, 10,000 sorcerers. On bro them, the sorceress, the town which was also and always the people's healer, the midwife, the skilled pharmacologist. The people needed her. Woman especially needed her. This is that other shit. This is that you just wanna. That's why I don't go to the hospital. They be like, go to the hospital and go to the hospital when you like. I'm like, no, I'm not going to no fucking hospital. So they can give me that European ass doctor shit. And then because how many times they gotta go to the hospital? Go in. I got 6 months to live, and his ass lived for 6 months. These niggas give you your fate. And if they really cared about you, why the hell they put candy on every damn aisle? And that shit feed can't. Man, get the fuck out of here, G. Soda pops on every damn thing in the hospital. These niggas trying to make you sick. Bro, them. They trying to make you sick. They ain't got cucumber water on every motherfucking thing. Come on, man. And I seen one of the brothers up here to my son. So you mean to tell me you gonna go to a spiritual thing to get healed rather than a physical? Yes. Because that was your ancient way of doing shit. Period. The pythoness with the herbs, with the medicines. You see the shit today with the herbs. The herbs can cure anything. So if you mix the shit together the right way, then boom, boom. You feel me? On bro them. On babies, and then change your lifestyle. You know how this shit go, G. The white witch's power to cure sickness proved that she had a pact with the devil. The priest could not cure. They only had punitive dogmas, abstract words, empty gestures, typical of rootless ritual. If the good witch could cure, clearly she possessed superior knowledge and power, a possibility the church could not allow. You're the supreme goddess. Oh, let me go to Kenneth Grant, Coast of the Shadows, man. Oh, baby, so I can really let you know you're the supreme goddess. They know that shit. Oh, bro, them, they scared of that shit. Go up to the thing, blah, 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 blah. We already said this at the beginning of this lecture. We're just going to say it one more time. Since people stay, we might as well give them a reward. In a magical sense, the shadow is the counterpart. Hold on. The shadow, the coats of the shadows, the dark side, all the shit that's demonized in a mystical sense. The shadow, In the magical sense, the shadow is the counterpart or double that accompanies man as his astral twin. In the mystical sense, the shadow typifies the darkness that supersedes the lightning flash of cosmic ecstasy enumerated biologically by the subtle alchemy of sexual congress. Women, actual or imagined as the prime instigator of O, is the supreme shadow, the doubling agent through which the mind reproduces and materializes its energy. To the end, appreciate the donation, G. I'm going to send you the documents after this. To the end, she reifies in human form the scintillant fire snake known to adepts as the Kundalini. Fire snake, devil. The fire snake sits at the seats of the vulva. Go back to the picture for the last 1,000 fucking time on bro them, and that is why during the Inquisition it was so easy to put her next to that, and that's why that looks like that. It's the demonization of the divine feminine, the cults of the shadows against the solar rights, the solar cults of the waking state. It's that fucking simple. It's happened all over the world. Hinduism, what? Hinduism, really? Aryan invaders from the north, according to the Tantra text by Andrew Van Lisbeth. Homebro Neil, patriarchal. Enslaved the Dravidians, which were dark-skinned, made them the slaves, made the Rig Veda, and the demons in the Rig Veda are the slaves of the Dravidians that were invaded in their natural land. Sounds fucking familiar. All your demons and devils is because that got taken the fuck over. It's a demonization system in a system since the universe is mental. The only way we can keep power is to keep your mental under a government. We're controlling your mental through those mythologies and stories we tell. We're going to tell you shit started 6,000 years ago. We're going to tell you, Father God, this shit. You going to listen to it. And if you tap into anything that's going to give you power, it's going to be evil. And we're going to shut you from society. Because these days, everybody is sensitive. And you just want to be accepted by your fucking peers. So what's the scariest thing for a Jehovah's Witness? Disassociation. Or being kicked out of your group that you're involved with. Because you're too weak to stand on your own. Because me, I'm a fuck you too type. Homebro now. Ooh, you don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, bro, we don't want you to come around. Shit, I'm at the crib eating ice cream sandwiches and shit. Catching up on shit. I don't give a fuck about these groups, man. That's why the Abroniums, you can only be an Abronium for yourself. And wherever the fuck you at is your base, homebro now. There's no group, cult settings, none of that shit. Just do what the fuck you want. And don't follow me, homebro. That's all I can say. You can pledge to the Cash App. That go to the school. So I can come up here daily. I ain't got to work no regular job. Appreciate y'all for that. Because clearly this is the shit I'm supposed to be doing. And shit, it just shows love to the Abronium. So we can do this every day. We just went for 3 hours and went over 10 fucking books. So clearly I actually do the damn work. Ain't like I get to just come up here and just, kick the shit with you. And then I give you access to the documents and it's organized. And if you want a curtail of this information, go to that newsletter. The link is in the fucking bio. I got a 100-page newsletter, G, with most of this information already on there. Now we just got so far with the gnosis and shit that I just open up any book and just start talking. All these books, I just been opening up random books and talking, G, reading and talking. I don't do the whole, I'm a plan. I don't do that shit no more, G. This knowledge is 360. It's all over the fucking place. So for me to sit there and try to take 1 degree and focus, we miss out on the major shit. These lectures need to be chaotic. Alright? I'm Roman, because that represents an aspect of the divine feminine, that chaos and order, that dark side, that something that precedes this shit. Homebro now. Chaos being shit. Urubero shit. Mayat. Truth and Justice. 777. Abroniums. The 360 degrees of knowledge, G. All that shit is very important to your gnosis and your development. Shit, with them signs alone, shit. With that symbol alone, G, you have most of your mythologies, all your mythologies and all that shit is already right there. You feel me? Right there. That snake hitting its own tail, that's your life, death, rebirth cycles. 360 degrees of collars, 360 degree electromagnetic field around you. The Eon of Mayad. And And I wouldn't even want to get to look into that. The bronium starts with an O, which is also a 360 in the cycle as well. Home bronium. We tapped in like a motherfucker. Home babies. We extra tapped in. And then the shorties is the old babies. Home bronium. See, the shorties is the old babies. Because anybody about to be calling the shorties on bronium. Yeah, them the old babies. You feel me? But they represent the supreme divine nature of this shit. And the whole aspect of this power is the only way divine masculine is going to rise itself to where it needs to be is if we realize the divine feminine is where it's at. And then we can have equality and find some divinity in our existence and take this shit to the next level. Because if we find out we so damn powerful, this shit has nothing to do with going and getting armies. And I ain't doing none of that shit. Get your police ass away from me. On bro now, get your police ass away from me. I've been locked up before. I've seen how exact when the police come up. You be talking all that tough shit till they come. On bro now you pointing fingers everywhere on babies. Nah, get your police ass away from me, dude. I'm good. On bro, I'm good on that revolution shit. Because the new revolution is magical and it's gonna come from within. It's gonna come from these dreaming states. It's gonna come from all these different states of existence. You feel me? On babies. It's going to come from these other states of existence. You ain't going to say we're going to do this magic and witchcraft because that's about changing the universe with the mind. So I don't need to go build an army up and go, how you going to beat these? Is that their own damn game? These motherfuckers, the weapons you got is the shit they don't want no more. You do know that, right? On bro now. On babies, you do have an ideal, right? On brothers. That shit is out of the fucking question. On bro now. So we're not doing it that way. You're doing it through your mind. You're doing it through this magic. You're doing it through the universe. You're doing it through, most importantly, your love. All right? So this doesn't mean go outside after this lecture and Typhon said, Typhon the great mother. Y'all niggas got us done. Oh, bro, now. You ain't got to slam the dinner at the table today at your man and shit. Just, nah, bro. Here, take your shit, G. Oh, bro, be damn, what's wrong with you? Oh, man, you been watching them 360 lectures again, ain't you? The great mother! Oh, bro, now. What you need to do is change your mind in the way you operate, in the way you think for yourself. And if you truly believe in your power as just a presence, then your presence is quantum entangled with this reality and it starts to change it subtly just through your existence the fuck alone. Yeah. Yeah, that's why 360 only get on TikTok and talk this shit. My existence proves the rest, baby. My actions and shit. Type shit. I can just walk in the room. You ain't got to know what I believe in. Quantum entanglement says you already know without knowing. So why the fuck I need to go outside with a megaphone and scream this shit? I'm not trying to convert. There's nothing to convert anyone to. Because you're converting people back to themselves. We're not going back in time, back to paganism. You're taking this shit and advancing it to where all this paganism, all this God shit was within you in the first fucking place. From multiple gods to one God, which we have now, from one God to no God, the God is in you. And that's why in the eon consciousness shift, your ass started waking up one day, grand rising gods and goddesses. Hey God, what's up, God? It's 300 years ago, that would have been unfucking questionable. 50 years, unquestionable. 30 years, unquestionable. 20 years, unquestionable. 10 years, one group in jail. 5%ers call each other gods and goddesses. The 5%ers. On bro now. Now everybody walking around. What's up, God? What's up, goddess? Boy, you better get your shit together. These energies are rising. And as time consists and spirals in this evolution of whatever the fuck we got going on, people will continuously have experiences that have never been experienced. And there's just going to be a whole new wave of gnosis and knowledge that comes with this energy because you're tapping back into your kundalini, your divine feminine, and ultimately this is supposed to lead to a golden age. That's what you're looking for. Hold on, baby. Oh, that's you. Okay. Oh, yeah. My bad. Lead it to the fucking golden age. You feel me? How you gonna get there if you got believing they dominant? How you gonna get there? You got believing a religion that unloses the divine feminine. They use this shit on children. Come on, bro. That's sickening. It's really sickening for our people. It's almost more evil to go with the bully. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. Oh, they have more material power. Everything on the waking state, they're more powerful in, so I'm going to run that way. No, take these L's with us, G, till we come the fuck up on bro them. Stay down till you come the fuck up. I don't care how comfortable the damn couches is, how plush all this shit fades. You better be more contacted with this damn integrity and the ethics of the shit. How do they get this shit? What are they doing to keep this shit? Oh, it's from the blood of mines? I don't want that shit. There's not what? I'm going to enjoy myself in this shit, and it's off the blood of mines. The suffering of others. Come on, man. That ain't the golden age, G. On bro now. You feel me? So these is what they technology, and they knew they ain't doing shit but destroying the world, and they know they doing it. Okay? They would rather destroy this motherfucker than let this shit go back to the power it was originally in. That's what it looked like to me. So we're looking at a sabotage, and that's why your ass go to Dollar Tree. You go buy a fucking thing of peppermints. It's 18 fucking pieces of plastic. You go buy one shirt. You gotta unlock 10. I'm like, why is they putting all this extra? Like, just put the damn shirt in here. No, for real. Like, why is something that costs $1 have more plastic on it? Because they are like, they own some, how I feel they own some. It's not evil if we get you to cooperate in the shit. Bro, them, it ain't evil no more. If I can get you to go to Walmart and buy this shit, and we all have to do it because we city boys, we in consumerism. We ain't got no farms yet. And on top of that, you can't get mad at yourself. This is why I don't like the society shit. Because when you read the big books, the real books, the big books about country starting and all that shit, man, that shit take 5 centuries. It takes 6 centuries. You can't start in our literal life and build a society in our small little mortal life. The developments, all of that. That's why all them African countries are suffering. They threw them the keys back. They've been drained all the shit out, and now the shit is in ruins. Because you didn't have this shit for 200-300 years. You drained it out. You're still taking all the shit out. They borrowed all this damn money, and now it's just you. So this whole government, these flags, these banners, these aspects of categorization, no, we have to merge everything back into the one. And that's what they're scared of. That's a level of chaos. That's a level of everybody's equal. And you only know who you are if you can put people under you or above you. So this is a threat to the individualization of the fucking ego. That fragile ass ego. That says you this and you that because they this and they that. Object and subject. In your delta frequency, you get rid of all that shit. There's no subject. There's no object. Boy, I've been talking for 5 hours. I just get into it and I see what others choose to miss. That's how I am with trading. I love trading, G. Bro, I love trading because you know why? Because trading is, even though this is some patriarchal shit, it's the fluidity of the trading. Currency is a current. Currency currents water. Water is feminine, in blood. To know the currents of how shit flow, because that's all that shit is. Forex, I did all that shit before. Stocks, for it's just a flow. Buy some shit when it go down, pay some shit when it go up. I already know this shit, G, but it's the flow and the fluidity of it. If you get into the flow and the fluidity and you crack the code, you can understand the great mother. But see, that's the thing. That shit is chaotic as hell. And it's man's plight to control that shit. And they can't even control the finances. Bro, then you can't even control that shit. That shit got a world of its own, G. You feel me? But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Everything on this realm is spiritual. You just gotta learn to pull the spiritual shit out. Brother Panic, before he passed, said that shit the best way. XAU to USD, what is that, the gold shit? He said, you just gotta pull the signs out of your life, G. And he must have knew he was gonna pass before we knew. You know what I'm saying? Kind of see him getting smaller and shit by the end of his whatchamacallit on base, which doesn't, it's there or there. But he was telling us about this contacting with the spirit, this contact after death and the different levels of our dimensions and existences. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact, shit, you can't cry when Brother Panic died. You couldn't cry when Bobby Hemmett died. You can have that natural grief because that's natural. But since these are physical spiritual teachers on a high metaphysical manifestation level, you know damn well they taught you death is not the motherfucking end. It's the beginning of some shit. You feel what I'm saying? So when they pass, it's just the beginning of our cycles now. I've been up here every day with this shit. I teach the same shit, Bobby. I don't watch Bobby Hemmett lectures, but when I do tap in, I be saying the same shit he be saying, bro. I be, damn, my shit like it's so tied in with his shit and Brother Panic shit, and you know what I'm saying? Cause why? Where did I get Kenneth Grant from? Bobby Hemmett. He the one that told me about Kenneth Grant. That's where we got Cult of the Shadows. Bobby Hemmett, that's why you think I mention every book. Bobby Hemmett taught me that shit, G. Oh, bro, no. We scholars, baby. I don't just sit here and then Bobby Hemmett told me why we do that. Let me tell you why. We use the books. Not because we smart people and know-it-alls, to protect yourself. Because there's a new war. What's the new war? To get rid of a person, you just attack the individual ego of them, 360. But you can't attack 360 because this ain't my knowledge. Kenneth Grant, Barbara Moore, Common Sue, Naramakama Nathaniel Harris, Andrew Van Lies of the Tantra text, Holographic Universe by Michael Topic, Home Babies, Victor Schauberger's Living Energies. Are you going to be able to get rid of all them too? All right then, because I didn't say this shit. The book said this shit. I just tied all the shit together. On baby. So that's when somebody come, what 3-6? We don't give a what 3? Because we don't follow his teaching. It's the books. It's the knowledge shit that anybody can follow and comprehend for themselves. Because the written word takes a life of its own, and depending on your consciousness, your dimension, you gonna read it and get something else. Hence why one of the biggest pleasures in this class, and it's crazy because I was having a hard time. I don't know why I reached out to them. They was crying. I said, what's going on? She said, oh, you have the best time. And I just started reading Sacred Woman, Fire book. And it just had me crying and shit. And I can't believe you called me right at this time. That's divine in nature. Like we connected, we tapped into some shit. Because she reading that, it unlocked something within her. Now, if I read it, I ain't gonna cry. I might skim past that shit. But for her, it meant something. And that's an upgrade. You ever feel them chills? That's like a genetic DNA upgrade. Like the DNA is crystallizing. It's upgrading. When you be like, get some shit and know some shit, you feel that little, boy, your body like taking in. Remember, knowledge is a vibration. Words are vibrations, written word or spoken. To take the vibration into your vibration is going to change what your vibration is. That's why you are what you eat, you are what you see, you are what you hear, you are what you feel, all that shit. And that's why it's so important with the folks. As soon as we turn on the radio to take your kids to the school, bust it open, shorty, bust it open, shorty. On bro, now, bust it open, shorty. On bro, now. You got your 13-year-old daughter in the car. Think I want to hear this shit on the radio, G? It's weird to me, on babies. Why? Because then that creates that mental vibration within the shorty. If now she thinks that her validation under the patriarch is through her sexuality, but really her sexuality is supposed to be utilized to destroy this shit. She is the seat of the vulva. You feel me? On bro now. Anybody who want consultations are $50 an hour. Like I said, it's one of the biggest pleasures. So, they send whatever, and I always check in with them, talk. I'm open for that type of shit because then it becomes like it's a journey for both of us. I'll be learning shit too, for real, for real. Anyways, it seems almost both of us. I'll be learning shit too, for real, for real. Anyways, it seems almost both of us. I'll be learning shit too, for real, for real. Anyways, it seems almost 3 hours and a half of teaching. This is crazy. So, what this means to everybody is shit, whatever the fuck you want it to mean. I can't tell you what some shit gonna mean for you on babies, on bro, them on the brothers. You take this shit, this 3 hours and a half of babbling, you got hella books. I'm gonna put this on YouTube and put it in the name of the top 3 pleasures sometime tonight or tomorrow AM before my next lecture. All right. Shout out to the Obroniums and them if. In perfect timing. Baby crying, perfect. So until next time, y'all, appreciate everybody. Make sure to get them books, G. $10 for 20 books, $20 for 50 books, $100 for 500 books. All y'all got access to all these documents, all right? Leave your email in the Cash App notes. I appreciate that. What else? Consultations, all that's available. We still doing name reads for $10. We're breaking down names. All right, so Jerome, my middle name, man with a holy name. My first name is Michael on bro now. So get your name breakdown as well. Big love to everybody that supported, likes, all that good shit. Hit me in the DM. You got any questions or concerns? I'm out of here, gang gang.